Yo, welcome back everyone! Today we'll be finishing off the Virtual Summer Memories story. This will be chapters 5 as well as the epilogue. And chapter 4. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, let's hop right into episode 4, part 1. Always first as always. Joe, good to see you, as well as all the arrival. So, where we last left off for this story, we entered the formulaic section, where Shennong had his own backstory that was reused and recycled from chapter 13, and then they stopped the slime enemy, because of course it's slime enemy, and then Algernon did the same thing, although his story was a bit original like us. His story was... what was his story even about? He used to work as a janitor for about... does it? Pretty much. Very confusing. Well, I remember you deserve a reward. You have my love infection. Time to save Li Shou. Oh yeah, we haven't seen him yet. He's actually one of the people that showed up in the beginning that had no say on their appearance whatsoever. We did actually see a few people that haven't showed up even in the beginning. In the first part, we saw Gunzo, who was just there for no reason. He didn't show up in the beginning. And then secondly, we saw Ziz as well as Zhao. Maybe Ziz was in the beginning, but Zhao definitely wasn't. When are we kissing then? Good question. Maybe when you join the, what's called, the tier 3 membership for the next couple of years, then we'll talk. But yeah, Yamashiko pretty much had his character's development written out with Shennong's part. And Hephaestus' thing is just, trying to figure out the entire mess so far that he was in part due to the cause. But we still haven't really figured out what the heck Otohime's deal is. She's just been sort of staring there menacingly. Alright, let's do this. Sorry, but I can't accept that. The object you lost was precious to me. I told you to take responsibility for your actions. That doesn't mean you can simply replace what you lost with something else. Now go. Find what you lost with your own two hands. Well, brother, if it makes up for what I've done, I'll travel to the end of the world to find your fishhook. If it's enough for you to forgive and accept me, I'm prepared to do the impossible and find a tiny hook in the vast sea. Whatever you wish is my command, brother. All I wish in return is that you look my way. Please! Onegai! She looks hot and sexy as fuck. Yeah, pretty much. Zhao and his objectification of women. Very standard fare for him. Yamashiko's eyes suddenly pop open and he looks around. Another dream about my brother. But when did I fall asleep? Good morning, Yamashiko. Everyone was showing signs of fatigue, so I had you take a short rest. Well, you seem tired. Snort up a storm. Did I? I'm always so tense in the mountains that I sleep very deeply at night. It was too noisy for you to get any rest? Sorry about that. Are you all okay for the time? It's starting to get dark. In virtual reality, or what you call the dream world, the flow of time is almost non-existent. The fact that the sun is setting is likely a form of staging initiated by the Dragon Palace. We certainly should not stay here for too long, but Kratos still insisted on our resting. Whoa! It's been a while since I've had such a relaxing siesta, in a great location to boot. No complaints here. It's my turn to shine. By the way, Yamashiko, I don't mean to bring up a sensitive topic, but I noticed you are calling for your brother in your sleep. Are you having a bad dream? wasn't that bad. I was just remembering. My brother, he told me to take responsibility for my actions. Yamashihiko strokes his sword hilt as if to soothe himself. Is that sword related somehow? Is it that your sacred artifact? Your sword split into fishhooks. It functions by the rule of gathering all the bounty in the mountains have to offer, so it's indispensable to me as a hunter. It must have gathered all the milk dumplings in the same way it gathers the game in the mountains. Is it really a sword? Why does it turn into fishhooks? Well, I had it melted down into fishhooks. Now, whenever you hold it, it's a sword and hooks at the same time. Yeah, as a mountain man, it's perfectly in character for him. I'm not so sure about its origins, but I was told to keep it safe a long time ago, so that's what I've done. The sword is important to me as my own life, so I thought it would make a good replacement for my brother's hook. How could you melt something like that? Your brother must mean a lot to you. Thank you, clipping audio. In the old language of another world, hunting tools... In the old language of another world, hunting tools are called sachi, which is synonymous with the word for bounty. Since your sacred artifact brings in bounty, it makes complete sense. Sachi means bounty. Yama, mountain, sachi, bounty, ego. I don't know what that last part means. I've also heard a hunter's weapon defines his identity. The fact that you are willing to give up your sachi for your brother's sake means... Right. I was willing to give up being a hunter for him. I would do anything to fulfill my brother's wishes. And yet... He rejected your gift. He wanted his own fish hook back. You're really obsessed with him, huh? Ugh. I know finding a fish hook in the vast ocean is an impossible task. I'm willing to do it though, if that's what my brother wants. He always knows what's best, so his word is the law. I don't know about that. I know exactly how you feel, Yamashihiko. Do you, Hombre, Tigre? I do. It's my chapter to have my character arc. I also have someone I admire and strive to be like. Your feelings are so relatable, it hurts! Who do you admire? Is it who I think it is? It's Tuscallipoca. My idol is the great and noble Tuscallipoca. My homeworld, Super Estrella! I've arrived! So this is the Dragon Palace, my comrade's summer retreat. If you had to look for a fish hook in the ocean, I'd tell my brother to find it himself, to be honest. I think they're implying that, what's it called? His brother doesn't actually want the fish hook per se, but I'm not sure what this will result in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've been waiting for! The real star of the show is here! While you're busy speaking with Hombre Tigre, a serious discussion is taking place in Hephaestus' secret workshop in the basement of Kamata Technical Academy. Talos, reporting to Creator. I have an update on your requested search for the fishhook. Unfortunately, I have been unable to detect the object within the mapped area. I see. Talos, please don't tell that to Yamashihiko yet. Understood. I will also keep the fact that we performed this search confidential. The massive amount of debris at Tokyo Bay and the fact that Yamashihiko isn't Mama's acquaintance seems connected. Maybe. Just maybe. Why are they looking for it? Because Yamashihiko wants to look for it and we're being friendly buddy-buddy. And, you know, Hephaestus wants to help us because we want to help Yamashihiko, therefore Hephaestus wants to help Yamashihiko. Virtual Summer Memories, Dancing Dragon Palace. Episode 4, Clouds Across a Paper Moon. Please, oh please, Wi-Fi, do not mess with me right now. Alright. Meanwhile, Otohime is at the far end of the Dragon Palace, in the main administrative section. I apologize for the cramped quarters, but please make yourselves comfortable. Yesterday you screenshotted all of Hephaestus' shop lines. Well, that's dedication. This administrative section differs from the rest of the palace in that it has its own security system. You can rest assured that there is no danger of interruption from unauthorized programs here. After being rescued by you and the others, Shio's group ends up under Otohime's supervision, so as not to end up sealed away again. They now find themselves in what seems to be the center of a large palace. It's not cramped at all. Thank you for providing us with such a beautiful room. Hey, I saw another sealed off area in front of the palace. I bet Licha and the others still need our help. Are you sure we should sit here while Arathan's group takes care of it? I guess we wouldn't be much of a help without that whatchamacallit armor, huh? Screenshot chosen dialogue. Sometimes, half of the time actually, I forget to review all the shop lines and translated events. It's a bit sad since it can be quite cute, but you know, it's not why I go to the shop. It is best to stay put in a situation like this, much like you would when getting lost in the mountains. I understand it can be frustrating, but we would just be making things worse by making a bad move. In such a situation, I can only imagine the extent of Yamashiko's anger. Oh, wow, that's an unexpected mature thing for you to say. I mean, thank you for your words of wisdom. I will say, I say we leave this to Arathan's group. I'm certain they will help us return to the real world safely. Damn! I thought virtual reality meant we could bust things up as much as we wanted. There are a lot of different kinds of virtual experiences. I bet at least one of them meets your needs. Yeah, I know, it's really clipping right now. I could try to reset it right now, but it's kind of in the middle of the story, so I would have to reload all the dialogue up to this point, which would be definitely annoying. So maybe I'll try it in between chapters, parts. So Sako is an expert on virtual stuff. Let's ask him about it when we get back to reality. What is the meaning of this virtual that you speak of? Could you explain it to me? It may help us get to the root of our current problem. We don't know a lot about it ourselves, but there's this guy called Hephaestus who... Cut key to black as he explains everything. Allergies in this season? It seems the central area of the Dragon Palace is protected by a very thick wall. Maybe that's why it wasn't affected by the sealed area in front of the palace. Based on my observational data, this is likely the last sealed off area. All of the bugs were correctly identified by the antibody program and addressed by the palace's own corrective functions. So once we clean this area up, we can finally return to reality. Yeah, it's a Japanese thing with I mean, you know why he's sneezing. Trap or not, I wasn't expecting it to lead to this. Oh, just talk to myself. Don't mind me. You hiding something? Secrets of a dangerous job. Let me come here to have fun. Two words of advice, novice. First, do not ask unnecessary questions. Second, our expression is legible through the helmet. Yo, Xena, welcome. So oblivious. Let's do our best and clean this last place up. I'm coming with you, of course. I? Well, you're the only one, and I want to help. There's still no sign of the fish hook, but I found something more important along the way. It was the friends. Anyway, I'll help you get out of the stream if it's the last thing I do. So let's go get him, Arathan. My god, my English is flipping so badly today. So let's get going, Arathan. He casually goes to put his arm over your shoulder and grabs nothing but air. Is this the first time he's actually tried touching us? No, I guess not. He's just a klutz. Always a klutz. Sorry about that, Yamashiko. Bad timing. Mind if I step in this round? That's right! It's my time to shine! I won't be able to face the sun tomorrow if I don't show my amigos what I'm made of! Amigo! Hombre Tigre puts his hand on your shoulder and heads toward the sealed area like an athlete entering the ring. Let's do this, Hombre Tigre. This theme song is playing again. I like it's how they just call this song his theme song. It is apparently called entrance music. I decided this was the correct situation for its usage and allowed it to play. Well, that's very considerate. I'm not sure if it's actually appropriate. Hey, don't leave me behind. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for everyone's hero, Hombre Tigre! Amigo! I expected to find a place that wasn't at the bottom of the ocean again, but this is something else. Be right back. Gotta get something to eat. Well, since you haven't since you woke up. Yeah, go ahead. See you in a bit. First the ship, then a mountain, and now a traditional mansion. I'm getting rich vibes. Maybe it's from another fairy tale. Which shell are we on now? Snow. I thought I heard a familiar and energetic voice. We have been expecting you, Master Arthur. A voice as smooth as butter greets the groups, and the mansion gates open to reveal snow behind them. There you are, Arthur! My beloved bestie! If God help me, I'm about to be devoured whole. Calm yourself, Master Licho. Tigers must maintain a dignity before others. Serves you right, Licho. That's what you get for saying you want to be a great tiger. I never thought of raising them to taste good. Come on, Licho. You gotta get enough to eat and be eaten. So stay away from me. This isn't what I wanted. What's going on to you? You've entered the tigers then. Big sexy felines everywhere. Didn't we already have Year of the Tiger? They say, catch a tiger by its tail. But I'm too scared to even try that here. Well, if it isn't the Ikebukuro Berserkers. Tell us, which of these guys have been brainwashed by the bug slime? I am detecting a bug slime behind the white line transient. I have a hunch. I have a bad feeling about this. So that's Licho who's affected? It's either Licho or Snow. It's probably Snow, because Licho's... Is he a lion? I always thought he was a tiger. It's probably Snow then. Snow turns his back on the commotion and bows toward a figure seated behind one of the mansion's curtains. Oh, it's someone behind Snow. Your prospective suitors have arrived. Please come forth, Princess Kaguya. Uh-huh. Okay, so he's the bug slime. They better be good. Should have seen that one coming. Guess this is Princess Kaguya's world. My dear worthy suitors from all corners of the globe, Princess Kaguya desires the best and strongest of you to be by her side. In fact, she offers the strongest suitor a lovely summer honeymoon under the tropical sun. For that purpose, please offer her heavenliness the best battle she has ever witnessed. I don't really care what Princess Kaguya wants, but I'm game to fight the best battle the heavens has ever seen. That kind of challenge is what a luchador can't just pass up. Shall we, amigo? I think it's time to show them Hombre Tigre's prestigious lucha libre style. Alright, we're jumping right into battle. I think the stream quality's gotten a tiny bit better, right? I don't need to reset the Wi-Fi capture, do I? It's probably fine. Copium. But yeah, I do not recognize the story of Princess Kaguya. We'll just have to see what it is. And what's it called? It seems they're reusing Claude's Battle of the Bells skin with her bride costume, since I believe that was kind of his dream to be like a bride or something. It was very confusing. Oh, no battle yet. Alright, let's hop into part 2 of episode 4. So in the story of Princess Kagyo, she forced her suitors to do the impossible task, and she's moon alien. I didn't expect that second part to go where it was going. Then again, I guess we already have aliens in this game between Nodens and pretty much all of the old ones and whatever Sanakumara's deal is supposed to be. We haven't really heard of Hombre Tigre's backstory, even though it jumped right into the second part yet. So hopefully it's more than, let's jump into battle. Hey, speaking of. Lucha is the word for struggle in Hombre Tigre's homeworld of El Dorado. At one point, this world was only home to a giant being called Sepikli. Oh wow, look at that. How punctual for this event to be translated after 2 million years, right when Sepikli just released. Through mortal combat with this monster, Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl forged the heavens and earth. Struggle is what brought about the world of El Dorado. This simple fact is the reason everyone believed Lucha could only be good, bring good things. Therefore, the two siblings, Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl, had no reason to stop fighting. Sepikli, we just had Sepikli, jeez. Then one day, the seemingly eternal cycle suddenly changed. The noble Quetzalcoatl left El Dorado without a trace. In spite of this, however, as a singular pillar left behind, Tezcatlipoca made it his duty to shine upon the world as the sun. The sun remained strong and noble, shining above all who lived in El Dorado, although lonely as could be. It's no wonder why I idolized the life of a luchador growing up. To me, you were always a superstar. Where are your sibling Quetzalcoatl? I would have remained by your side. I would have never abandoned someone who watched over me without fail. I still carry the pain I felt that day in my borrowed heart. How I yearned to reach the same heights as you and meet your gaze. Of course, I was not a descendant of the sun. I knew what would happen if I actually made it to where you were. I knew getting too close to the sun would mean my death, just like it did for that one guy in that one myth, you know, Icarus. That meant I only had one chance, and it would be my last. And I was fine with that. If I could stand alongside you for just the moment, I didn't care what it cost. That is the subject of the bug slime's possession, yet he is already filling the cube with joy. Strong people bring glad joy. It's glad for you. Yeah, I'm hoping it's an easy mission. Snow's lofty proclamation has left the group of tigers utterly dumbfounded. I had a feeling this would happen. Why do my summers always have to involve fighting, even when they're virtual? The landing's fine and all, but I was told not even a taste test is allowed around here. You remember how we got frozen when we tried fighting off that strange slime? Indeed, not being able to protect Master Claude back then was one of the biggest failures of my life. Therefore, I'm willing to do anything to make up for it and grant his every desire. It shall be done as you command, Master Claude. I mean, Princess Kaguya. Well said, Bamboo Cutter and my beloved Berserkers. Humor my request and fight to the finish. Let the strongest fighter win. Was that mountaineering man? Now these guys. How are they attacking us without freezing? It seems the bug slime is controlling the attacks. Since it supersedes the palace's radar, it is free to attack as it pleases. Now that's hardly fair. What's your call, buddy? It may be an old model, but it looks like our old enemies have modified cyborg from Utopia like us. Are they talking about Nomad? They are. We can't clean things up like like previous sites unless we use Time Leap. So what should we do? We wait and watch, Mouse. Clearly, timing in the Dragon Palace flows differently from that of the real world. Time Leap can only be used as a last resort. So he's hiding his powers, so this might take place in a loop. Or, well, obviously it should take place in a loop before he fucking kills Azazas. So he's hiding that as a secret now. What in the world? They got it fast. No time to dance. It's the Scallypoker, isn't it? Who's there? Can I fight back? Will you give up your struggle on such trivial grounds? If you were my sibling, I would have pulled a cunning move and attacked you from behind. With a sudden resounding laugh, a jet-black figure swoops down from the mountain roof. Ah! Nice duds. You know it to be true, my free other half. And as you missed, there was 5 gods that became the sun, and 2 were Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl. I see. And apparently they are fighting secretly. It's a summer sun! Viva Tezcatlipoca! Tezcatlipoca? Even brought his groupies along. My lord, Tezcatlipoca! What are you doing here? And why'd you fight from the sky? Nice outfits. Did I surprise you? If so, I believe I have won. Please tell me you are familiar with these, the traditional summer fireworks. The sparks reminiscent of war, the fleeting explosions, and above all, the gunpowder smoke. Spectacular sights, are they not? Tezcatlipoca, my son, how are you able to traverse the lands beyond the prison? And how did he get the body? Foolish questions! I may have given my flesh and blood to the battlefield in reality, but this is the virtual world. That does make sense. Unfortunately, because my body is virtual, it is also impossible to resist the bugs in this space. He glances at the bug slimes and the armor your group is wearing. Alas, it pains me to miss this rare opportunity to stand on the same battlefield as my better half. Fortunately, I have someone to take my place. Yeah, it is before Tortas. Discerning eye. because he would be able to move freely otherwise. Yes, Hombre Tigre, it is of you I speak. My Nahual incarnation, the one who willingly offered his heart to me. We are one and the same. You are a mere reflection, part of me. Therefore, I allow you to participate in my struggle on my behalf. Let me see you give your all to this fight. To spot Mipoka, my Super Estrella. What an honor it is to hear you say that. Having dedicated my whole life to you, it gives me great pleasure to show you my very best. In this tower, said as always. What are you planning? Wait, Hombre Tigre, don't be reckless. Let me go! In place of response, Hombre Tigre briefly flashes Shennong an apologetic smile. Hombre Tigre, what are you planning to do? Not all were Tez's avatars and myths, so the people he embodied? Interesting. Pretty much like Hombre Tigre then, as he's taken over his heart. Don't worry, amigo! I'm just going to do my best. The enemy's coming. Rawr. But isn't Lucia your specialty? Please tell me you can dance. Allow my actions to answer your question. Behold, everything that I truly am. He touches his palms to the ground and starts spinning his legs in circles, breakdancing. What kind of dance is that? It's gathering energy like crazy! Once upon a time, there lived an enslaved people. Shackled in the struggle for freedom, they deceived the eyes of the guards by practicing a fighting art disguised as a dance. This art is called capoeira, and it involves moving the body to the music in the spirit of fighting. Don't get too close to my dancing unless you want to get kicked. This is something I learned from another Ikebukuro berserker who's good at glamorous fighting. Hey, did he pick up this from a bat team? A fighting style they insist on calling a dance rather than martial art. What do you think, princess? The shackled struggle is very intriguing. I approve. We approve. Perform that dance before me. Princess approved. Let's get this dance bell going. Wait, where's Li Cho? Tiger's here! Tiger's there! Tiger's everywhere. He's a tiger, I'm a tiger, and the loud one's a jaguar. I am a tiger. Catch a tiger by the tail. The tiger can't change its stripes. I think Li Cho's losing it. He's lost it. Nothing we say will reach him now. What the fuck, Li Cho? Princess, are you really okay with stealing a show? It does not bother me. I'm satisfied to see strong gladiators fighting so passionately. Bamboo Cutter, I order you to narrate the passionate dance in great detail. Princess, why do you challenge me so? Making me call you Princess Kaguya was challenging enough. My apologies. I did not mean to lose composure. Brain likes no to doubt whatsoever. Very well, I will gladly serve as your personal play-by-play commentator. Come, my Nahual incarnation! The time has come for you to offer your body before me at the peak of joy! Of course, my Super Estrella! I give you all of me! Oh, Hombre Tigre, show him what it means to be a luchador Estrella! Gracias for your support. Now feast your eyes on my bulge. This is capoeira at its finest. Begin. With the pain he felt the day in his bothered heart, Hombre Tigre soars into the sky. Yep. That's definitely the exact same backstory they used for chapter 10 again. The Shennong effect. Very cool. Hey, you dig into something, right? Same. Look at that feast. I don't think the second quarter ended quite yet. There should be an after battle sequence, so yeah, let's finish up with that first. Oh boy. Same backstory, but Tigre Nance poses hot, and also he's breakdancing apparently. I was giving this a chance, but this is chapter 5, right? Shouldn't there be like an Otohime thing happening soon? Don't tell me they're gonna wrap up the entire Otohime backstory in the epilogue. That seems bizarre. Usually things wrap up by the last chapter, and then the epilogue is just, we're all buddies, we're gonna go, say hi to our friends and wish them a good summer and have a sneak peek to the special quests, and then we'll kiss them, but it's up to us to decide that in the special quests or some shit like that. I don't know why it's taking so long. We're already in the very last chapter. Actually, this is chapter 4. I'm a dumbass. Never mind. Ignore that. So yeah, it should be in chapter 5 then. Deep bass pounding from speakers inside the mansion shakes the fighters to their core. The combatants continue their struggle, exchanges punches and swipes of their weapons. Music, an art born from civilization, is intricately intertwined with the wild spirit of fighting. Together, they gain the shackles of rhythm and melody as violent conflict is transformed into dance. Excellent, berserkers! Fight for your princess! Gotta get back my strength! Gotta get back my strength! Rest in peace, Licho. Did he just die? Master Licho is the first one down. He shot up into the sky and scattered outside the ring like fireworks. What the fuck? Rawr! Hombre Tigre's been hit. Is this part of his tactic? He basically sabotaged himself. I'm used to watching Beast's movements, so I could tell. He could easily have avoided the attack. Why did he let himself be hit? Don't you see? Lucha Libre is wrestling. Wrestling involves taking your opponent's attacks to keep the excitement going. Nothing could be more boring than a one-sided struggle. War involves mutual pain. Keep the excitement going? What does that mean? Exactly as it sounds. Luchadors display extravagant stunts and show off their strength. It is no wonder they feel so good. However, this also makes them easy to read. They clearly strive toward and desire strength. That is the true shackle of victory. Indeed, struggles are won by those who are most free. Whoever gives more will be the victor in the struggle for freedom. Falcon and Nomad run straight toward Hombre Tigre and prepare to swing their fists. You sure after you show them what this month is? And what is this month anyways? What this month? There's nowhere to run. At least that's how it looks. You just realized this could take place in the ocean. Technically it could have been saying Finn. Oh my god. Please don't end it that way. Huh? Suddenly, Maka and Nomad freeze in midair as if entangled by something. Their limbs are bound by countless rubber threads, strung together like crystalline ring rope or spider webs. This is the power of a unique secret artifact. The Olmeca secret artifact that Tezcatlipoca gave Hombre Tigre in exchange for his heart. I gave you your chance! Now it's my turn! Can I have this dance? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro! The sacred artifact extending from Hombre Tigre's body sends Maka and Nomad flying like a pair of dolls. My son is watching me rise higher and higher! He spits out some more rubber threads into the heavens with a look of joy on his face. That's enough! Your heart will give out at this rate. His heart will give out? Count to 10 in Spanish? I don't know how to count to 10 in Spanish, what the heck? I know how to count to 10 in French, that's close enough, right? Hombre Tigre has lost his heart once, and is replaced with that rubber. Once the rubber is used up, his heart will disappear in hell. Damn it! Why won't he listen to me? As I repeat my backstory from chapter 10 once again, even though I had my own chapter to repeat that. Yeah! Look at that tornado-like rotation. A few too many revolutions for my taste. Let's just hope it does not make him dizzy. Now he's transitioning to the Armada's programming move, a rotating upper kick straight to the neck. Ignoring the chatter around him, Hombre Tigre spins in a capoeira motion, rising further into the air. It's as if he is Princess Kaguya returning to the moon, without a second thought about life on Earth. Once his joy reaches as it speaks, he'll give up on everything he has left. Then there will be nothing left on Earth for him to cling to, and he will gladly give up his life. Hombre Tigre. What's this light? The sword's blade shines with blinding radiance. Then he pushed off from the ground and leaped toward Hombre Tigre. Very impressive, my other half! Just a little further and I'll be at the same heights of the sun! If I continue at this rate, I know my heart will burst. However, that's just fine. I'll offer everything I have left to give and rise to the level of my idol! With his hands pressing against the pain in his chest, he smiles as if free from everything. He counted so I don't have to? Okay. You say so. Eyes to the sky. He is about to spit out the last bit of rubber when the unexpected happens. He is bathed by a dazzling radiance coming from the ground. This radiance is even comparable with the Eldorado sun that Tezcatlipoca left behind. He whips around to see the source, but he does not find another sun. Hombre Tigre, you must come back! Is it the radiance of Quetzalcoatl? He sees it calling out to him. I heard it then. Damn it. Damn it! Eso no se vale, amigo. In your eyes, he sees the same hopeful glimmer he once had in himself. Sleepy rain? It's okay. I have that half the time too. Not during streams though, unless it goes on for too long. He's familiar with the pain that it fills the powerful gaze fixed on him. It is the same pain that filled Tezcatlipoca's eyes when Quetzalcoatl left him behind. It is also the same pain that filled his own heart when he gazed up at Tezcatlipoca. I wouldn't leave someone who looks at me like that. That's what I swore to myself in my Super Estrella that day. I would never betray my son, no matter what. He smiles and grabs your hand. Not bad, Hombre Tigre, not bad! As if being held by an invisible force, you and Hombre Tigre descend gracefully to the ground. Now, the luchador's face is filled with a different kind of joy. I'm back! Amigo! He lands with a perfect backflip and smiles. The energy cube has reached its peak. Releasing antibody program. When Tezcatlipoca turns into the sun, his light was really dim and dark because he's a god of night and darkness. Oh. So was it like our... That's a very bizarre mythology to have multiple suns, even though there's clearly only one. Interesting, though. The strange mansion disappears in a flash of light, and Hombre Tigre collapses into a big heap. Satisfied? I was worried sick. Talk about a passionate embrace. Right back at you, amigo. I've seen you struggle, my Nahual. Tezcatlipoca, my Super Estrella. I'm sorry, I couldn't become the sun like you. Nonsense! You were excellent. That was the best struggle I've ever seen. It was? Indeed. That moment Arathan held you back as you were about to leave this world made for such a powerful scene. There is no reason for me to be displeased. In fact, I'm in a fantastic mood. What episode did Tez first appear? He might have appeared briefly in the previous episode, but only as a silhouette. Really, this is the first one with extended lines. I've seen what I most wanted to see. Well done. I am proud of you. My eternal Super Estrella. Hombre Tigre bursts out crying. Oh, amigo! Good master of the Berserkers. As I am in a good mood, I have a good word of caution for you. While passing him, Tezcatlipoca addresses Claude, whose sanity is restored now that the bug slam has been removed. Oh, is this foreshadowing? Yes. Foreshadowing is it refers to chapter 10 or 11, which has passed from ages long. You may have already realized this. However, in a struggle, or in a war for that matter, the heart that seeks purely individual strength is simply a shackle that stands in the way of victory. Yeah, this is foreshadowing the clash between Yoritomo as well as Claude. And then Claude goes reverse Unicard and plays Katuga, and then he shows up and like explodes for like 5 seconds just to distract Shiva so we could face Makala or something like that. So, in other words, it wasn't very impactful, but it turned its tides around. Aztec lore. Okay, so there's more than one sun, because shit be happening, and one sun keeps messing up. Okay, I'll buy that summary. If you want to win wars to come, aim for the future. Otherwise, you will not survive on the battlefield. Why are you telling us this if we could use it against you? I am not interested in a sure victory. I desire a tooth and nail struggle, one fair and square. Oh, how delightful! Tezcatlipoca leaves the scene laughing. He just came spouting frivolous nonsense and left before anyone could blink. Oh, where am I? Is this heaven? Don't worry, Hombre Tigre. May have been reckless, but no one's dead. Welcome back, Master Claude. Are you feeling ill at all? No. All that passionate fighting has been exhilarating. Despite the ups and downs, our wishes have been granted. This was quite the summer vacation. I see. So you used that bug to fulfill your wishes, did you? So don't you face this? Any luck piecing things together? First, we found ourselves in a ghost ship fairy tale thanks to Shiro's desire to tell ghost stories. Then we found ourselves in the Peach Boy fairy tale because Zao's desire to climb a mountain on the sea. Finally, we ended up in Princess Kaguya fairy tale as a result of Claude's personal summer desires. Well, that's perceptive of Hephaestus to have seen that thread along these three. Then again, it wasn't really focused on the fact that it was their desire to go to the mountains or the desire to tell ghost stories. And also, this is a stretch. personal summer desires, that's so freaking vague. But I think what he's hinting at here, the Dragon Palace is what's it called? A place that's sequesters problematic or like embarrassing things. It might be related to these desires in the end that have been suppressed. We'll see though. In other words, all of the blank spaces we were in were based on some summer wishes type fairy tales. I wasn't sure why until I had realized I had overlooked one important summer desire. My own. And no, Hephaestus is here to realize that he's the one who caused the problem again. Which is not a surprise. I wish to return to my childhood days, by Mama's side. It was because the world ended and remade everything the way their world works, and that there are more, and they are built on top of each other, and we're living in the fifth. Sure. The Dragon Palace must have prepared a series of stories to make this wish come true. You got a wish too. This ocean is special. This virtual beach is essentially a recreation of the ocean where I spent my childhood with you. They did say this was also a place of eternal rest, but I don't really know what that implies. I wasn't completely satisfied with the details, but I still wanted to build it nonetheless. The pain of separating from you keeps me feeling like that. I wanted to see the ocean we played at again. That was my wish in building this place. My desire to go back to my childhood days must have spun out of control and turned into bugs embedded with childhood fairy tales. In other words, everyone's personal chapter was caused by Hephaestus' own desire. Jesus Christ, Hephaestus. And his huge mother complex while, you know, wanting to play in the beach with their mom again while listening to fairy tales. That is... this character, I swear to God. In other words, I'm partially to blame for all this chaos. Not completely, just partially. Corrector. That is but a reversal of logic. A negative check and balance sort of thing. If it weren't for the accidental connection with the Dragon Palace, none of this would have happened. Shut up, House! It's still true that my twisted wish put Mama in danger. Forgive me, Mama. I'm a bad boy! Sorry, I'm getting over the top here with faces. You did nothing wrong. You did all the things wrong. I'm not gonna say that. What am I gonna do with you? Mama! This trash must be properly separated after cleaning. Spite and negligence should be considered separately. Even if this is deviated from your usual behavior, your intent was clean, not one out of spite. We would be furious if you had purposely made us suffer. However, we cannot blame you, as that is not the case. Let's just leave it at that, otherwise I would also be to blame. Algernon's right. Besides, I did enjoy myself, so no complaints here. No use in crying over spilled milk. It's much more constructive to try to minimize the damage. I'm happy to help with that. We've all played a part in this world, so I won't let you take the blame alone. Well, I, for one, am glad you invited me here to face this. I'm ready to help you solve this. I'll do anything for the sake of the fans. Let me go. I wasn't invited here, so I'm a little different. I'm glad you folks suddenly appeared in Dragon Palace and we got to meet. Well, this time, I've been thinking about the lost fishhook and my brother. I thought I'd go as fast to give my life to him if he forgave me for losing the hook. Yeah, Miss Sashihiko. Hey, don't look at me like that, Arzen. Those thoughts are all in the past. I could never do anything to make new friends sad. Is that all the bug slimes? Then the Dragon Palace should be back to normal. What's this pain in my chest? I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. We have now confirmed the Dragon Palace's security system is back to normal. However, we have detected an unauthorized connection from an external source. In order to protect our various information assets, we will now launch an attack on users with unauthorized connections. Creator, I have just received notice that you will be erased from the Dragon Palace. You must disconnect! Talus gets deleted. What just happened? Did Hephaestus lose connection? Hey! Talus! A sudden flash of light causes you to turn around and discover Talus on his knees, motionless. He interrupted my account and took the electronic attack meant for me. I am Hephaestus. I should be the one to take an attack on Hephaestus. No need to worry. The link to my virtual body has simply been severed. Except you're my ideal self. Your body control circuits are fried. How can you protect someone like me? Wait, is he actually physically here? What the heck? This is simply something Hephaestus would do. Is it not? Creator. Tell us! How could Otohime do something like this? It is the purpose of my existence and duty as Otohime of the Dragon Palace. An expressionless Otohime resolutely steps out of the palace. The Dragon Palace holds the memories of the many guests who have visited here. As the manager of the palace, it is my duty to ensure the safety of these memories. Due to a security breach, I was unable to combat the threats to our peace and tranquility. However, now that normality has been restored, I can finally return to what I was made to do. Are you saying that Otohime was not able to attack or something all this time because of the bugs? I'm not sure if that's what she's implying here. Confirming randomization of access routes. If only I had put them to rest sooner. What were you made to do? I remember you saying that earlier. You mean protecting information? The Dragon Palace is a place for visitors to put away the painful memories they have suffered on Earth. It is my job to manage these memories so they never leak once they are stored. Once your visitors have forgotten their pain, it is also my job to maintain their peace at all costs. Lord Yamasachihiko, I wish nothing more than to grant your desire and erase your pain. However, it seems your memories have been restored. What are you talking about? Despite his confusion, Yamasachihiko's vague memories slowly began to regain their clarity. It pains me greatly to say this, but my lord, your very existence has already been sealed away as per your own request a long time ago. Yamasachihiko's existence? You must be joking. I'm not. How is that possible? I'm standing right here. Wait, I remember now. I'd been searching for my brother's hook for a very long time. One day, I heard a rumor about the place at the bottom of the sea that would help me forget my pain. That place was the Dragon Palace. I came here a long time ago myself, and when I arrived, I was feeling helpless and desiring to sacrifice himself for his brother. Something came flooding back. His heart abruptly begins to ache as the pain from that day overwhelms him once more. Okay. Looks like we're getting some action for once. Everything's packed into chapter 5, hopefully. Alright, we'll now be moving on to episode 5, part 1. Technically, there's going to be 5 parts on the arrival, since we're also going to be covering the epilogue. So is Yama Sachiko like a memory or something? I don't know how that works out. Damn me, what'll I do? Alright, here we are. You poor man. Welcome to the Dragon Palace. You have come to this place in search of a precious fish hook you have lost, correct? What do you say now on this? I don't know. I'm sure your journey has been long. Please make yourself at home until you find your hook. Yes, it is perfectly alright. Take as much time as you need. The Dragon Palace will never abandon you. In fact, you are welcome to stay here forever. I will inform you immediately if you ever find the hook. For now, please rest. Relax your eyes. You'll never have to relive your painful memories ever again. There's no one here to judge you. Please, sleep within our walls until your wounds have healed. There is nothing wrong with resting, especially after the constant crushing suffering you have endured. For now, allow me to dance for you, so you may forget all your pain. Very good, Lord Yamasachiko. Virtual Summer Memories, Dancing Dragon Palace. Final episode, Otohime's Overdrive. You danced beautifully that night, but all my memories before meeting Arthur are still a blur. Tell me, Lord Otohime, what have I been doing all this time? The bugs must have prevented your memory connections, but I'm sure you will remember soon. You have been with me, Lord Yamasachiko, spending many years in Dragon Palace. Meanwhile, I have kept your memories in this box. She pulls a black box from her chest. That box looks familiar. You found that on beach. Yes, that is the same black box you retrieved from the sand. It is also the object we are after. It's a black box made of dark matter, a substance that stores information. That's what you're after? What is it exactly, though? Well, you were hired to clean and retrieve it without people knowing. We just weren't expecting to find it in this virtual reality. It is an external storage device and an imitation tamate box, a soul box that seals away memories of grief. Lord Yamasachiko, you were sealed in this box along with your painful memories long ago. I created this box from your very body the day you arrived at the palace. Ever since, I have been taking care of these memories so they would never escape. That was your wish. The box is filled with memories. It all makes sense now. Not really, I don't get it. There is, however, one failure that I regret to this day. You're exhausted? Yeah, this story is kind of running on its wheels, but at least this final chapter is being a bit more different than the previous three. The memory of grief torments the heart. But yeah, welcome, Zabi. The memory of grief torments the heart, therefore it is very complicated to separate from someone. Even if someone pretends the memory did not happen, it has already been tied to them so the world will not forget. That is why the place exists apart from the world. In real life, not the story. Hug your blahaj. Make it all go away. Let him bite you. It is a place that essentially hides you from your memories. Those memories are then sealed away in a box like this. I suppose that makes sense for an imitation tamate box, where, you know, instead of old age, it's the memories tied to several years of your life. However, as I mentioned earlier, while those memories are difficult to dispose of, they are still a part of you. Therefore, I always return the tamate box to its owner when they decide to leave the palace. And then it's up to them if they want to open it or not at that point. Since the contents of the box are memories our guests wish to forget, I always tell them the same thing. Ah, okay. So it is just like the original story of, what it's called? Umataro? I think that's what it's called, something like that. Whatever you do not open this box. I found a similar example in the Tokyo fairy tale called Urashimataro. That's it. Do you know it, Mama? Taro saves a turtle being tortured by children. In return, the turtle takes him to meet Otohime at the Dragon Palace. After a long banquet, Taro asks him to go home and is presented with a small box. When he arrives home, he realizes hundreds of years have passed and his family and friends are all gone. Struck by grief, he absent-mindedly opens the box he was given, and poof, a cloud of smoke bursts forth. Suddenly, Taro is aged, his beard white and his back bent. Yeah, the Dragon Palace is a subsystem under Takamagahara. Never knew he disappeared. Talk about a bad ending. So that is how the story was told. That is precisely the mistake I was going to divulge. You may think, why did I give such a dangerous object? Among our guests, there were some who even wished to leave behind the regret of having stayed here too long. If their memories returned to them once they returned to the surface, they would age the body to maintain a balance. So the aging body is a side effect of the aging mind? That's an outcome that has just not been the case for Housamo whatsoever so far. Maybe it's just specifically unique to the Dragon Palace and how it functions. Use the body to maintain a balance. Since such an accident could not be controlled by words, I began to return a guest's memories, only if they wished them. We are happier to remain oblivious to memories we wish to forget. As our goal was supreme happiness, I believe this was the right thing to do. Boxes that our guests did not wish to keep have been kept indefinitely in the Dragon Palace. Lord Yamasa Chihiko's box was an example of this. When he left this place, he did not wish to have his box returned. Wait, this Yamasa Chihiko isn't the real Yamasa Chihiko? Rather, he's the memories left behind of him looking for his fishhook for years? That's kind of fucked up and really sad. I only recently discovered that this black box was sold by a disturbance in space-time, leading to a memory leakage. It was when an external storage device connected to the Dragon Palace and an unauthorized intrusion via the box occurred. Fucking Hephaestus, piece of shit Hephaestus. Okay, so all the chaos broke because when I connected to the palace via the black box, I caused all the problems again. Checks out. It's not my fault though. Correct. In fact, many boxes have been burst open in this virtual world as a result of that connection. It is sort of true. Hephaestus explicitly stated that he was retrieving the memories from the box to make the world into what it was, essentially bringing it into reality. And as a result, it went more than just revealing the the external memories, but also the ones that were buried within the palace itself. Several of the memories of fairy tales I performed for my guests have been leaked. Okay, so Hephaestus's hypothesis about him trying to lead to his own fairy tales, causing everyone else's bug slimes was kind of stupid, then, or wasn't the actual truth. Lord Yamasa Chihiko's memories were likely leaked at the same time. Holding the tamate box in her hands, Otohime walks over to Yamasa Chihiko. I will once again seal your memories, and you, within this box. The other leaked boxes were recovered after exterminating bugs. Only your memories remain. Ugh, so he's considered a bug then. Well, not even a bug, but just an isolated version of Yamasa Chihiko. That's so fucked up. If you seal your memories away, just a portion of it, that's technically... I can see some truth to that. It is like a fully functional identity you're sealing away. You're gonna get cubed in the box. Xavier with the trauma from mastering a detective's rain code. Then I will remove all of you trespassers who are the root of our troubles. I blame Hephaestus. We didn't consent to this anyways. Arathan, please send over Lord Yamasachiko's memories. Otherwise, I will use my authority to remove you. I implore you to obey me. Resistance may cause the memories to be damaged. I do not believe you wish your friend to be permanently compressed. And if I refuse? Either way, I must remove all unauthorized intruders to ensure the safety of the palace. However, please rest assured, there is nothing to fear. You will feel no pain. While you may be trespassers, you are still our honored guests. I am simply having everyone forget a bug that was not meant to be. You mean we'll forget Yamasachiko? And you? It is my duty to seal away all sadness and suffering. Therefore, I must execute what I was made to do. Her purple face returns as if indicating a refusal to engage in further conversation. I don't want to lose my memories. Well, why are you so willing to do this? If you think of me as a heartless person, you are correct. I am no more than an underwater princess who plays with people's fates. For that is my role and the purpose of my existence. Lady Otohime, these folks aren't trying to threaten your palace. They came here by accident, except for Hephaestus. You can do what you want with him. I'm sure they'll leave quietly if you just let them go. And as for me, there's no reason for me to be here anymore. Thank you for taking care of me for so long. Jill loves a heartless queen. Otohime stares at Yamasachiko's bowed head in confusion. Won't you let us all go now? You already dealt with the bug slimes. You don't need to keep the palace sealed off anymore. Alright. I will do as you say with the trespassers. However, I must seal you back into the tamate box. The Dragon Palace has deemed it so. Yamasachiko. So it's our lives for his. You've got it all wrong. That's not what Lady Otohime is saying. She just wants to seal away what needs to be sealed away. Don't worry, I've got this under control. In reality, we need to find the real Yamasachiko. Lord Yamasachiko, please return to the tamate box. Oh boy. I'm not sure if it's frozen or not. Oh, that's good. Sorry, but that's not happening. I have a purpose now, so I can't let you lock me up. If you wish to continue the search for your brother's fishhook... No. I'm done with that. I finally remembered something important. Or rather, realized I've been avoiding something all this time. It was the way my brother looked at me that day. When I was a kid, my tiny world was just mountains and sea. I was a mountain guy, but my brother belonged to the sea, which looked like perfection with its shimmering surface. And as they say, the grass is always greener. And that's why it felt normal to follow in my brother's footsteps and even dream of becoming him one day. Then he asked me to do the impossible and find a tiny fishhook in the depths of the sea? I remembered my brother's rose that day and completely forgot about the expression on his face. He's my only brother, so we'd only had each other. I was so obsessed with what my brother said to me that I never tried to expand the boundaries of my own world. When he looked at me that day, I lost the hook. It was a look of complete rejection. Give me a second. It was as if he was afraid of me trying to be like him, so he wanted to keep me away. That's why he sent me on an impossible wild goose chase. I'm not that bright, so I never just realized how much pressure I was putting on my brother. Now that I think about it, being over-idealized is a scary thing. Long story short, I want to take these memories with me and leave this place. I'm done with being trapped in a tiny box. After meeting these folks, I realized there's a bigger world out there with so many different people. Forget about my kid brother who chases after his older sibling. I want to make my brother want to chase after me. I may have lost something important to him, but now I want to become the new important part of his life. He asked me to take responsibility for my actions, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Everyone nods at Yamasuchiko's newly found resolve and turns to look imploringly at Otohime. Yamasuchiko. Alright, let's leave this role together. I don't think Otohime will abide though. Alright, if that is your wish, then there's only one thing to do. Engaging unauthorized access countermeasures. Activating defense protocols. Yeah, pretty much. This was obviously gonna happen. Not the power of friendship bullshit making her agree with her, but she's just gonna delete you all. Management program Otohime orders self-preservation. Operating limit to be lifted. Oh, what did she just do? At Otohime's call, her servants immediately surround your group. The only way to override the Dragon Palace's security is to deactivate me, the management program. Please show me that you have the power to overcome your grief. Otherwise, I will respond with the appropriate measures. Do we have a deal? Control-Alt-Delete. Alright. Fair enough! Let's do this, guys. Jeez. You really are more trouble than you're worth. But as your teacher, it's my job to support you through the thick and thin. Is Shennong a teacher? I thought he's a doctor. Maybe I should change the previous stream title to make it even more scandalous. My new little recruit is certainly a handful. This will require much more extra training. It's not every day my buddy complains so happily. I'll be sure to record this in my memory. The most dangerous situations make the best performances. You ready, amigo? It's time to blow everyone's minds with our moves! I've had enough running and resting. It's time to make up for lost time. You thought he's just teacher during the sleep? I mean, what would he be teaching exactly? How to, what's it called, perform an autopsy? I don't even know. I don't know how far I can go without telesis support, but if this is the only way to get Mom back, I'm ready to help. The spell shouldn't be much different than the others. Just gather joyous energy until the palace receptors overflow. If the emotional energy reaches its processing peak, even the management program won't stand a chance. You dare challenge the Dragon Palace's star dancer to a dance battle? If that is your wish, I will oblige. Shall we dance? Something seems off. Watch and be amazed. My dancing is lauded for its boundless beauty. Ooh, a chugga. A sugar. You like my dancing? I'm so good at dancing. That's pretty much how Otohime dances in front of us. Why dance, though? Seriously, why dance of all things? I suppose there's other ways you could get joyous energies, but, you know, gotta keep it PG. Nice donut show. Mind if I take a look of it? I look like I'm gonna go to a dance soon. Yeah, a dance of some sorts. Nah, I'm just dressing up because it's fun. I already went out today, so might as well keep on wearing what I was wearing from a bit earlier. Your laptop just failed on you? Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully it's just temporary. Oh boy. You know, I'm pretty glad I decided to do this stream as fast as possible, rather than have it pushed all the way starting on Monday like I usually do. I'd rather not draw this story out. I'll just elaborate more later, but you know, you can sense how I feel about the story so far. Although, yeah, honestly, even chapter 5 is, with the power of dance, we will solve everything, I guess. The Yamasachiko plot test was half decent at least. But if that's the case, then what happened to the real Yamasachiko? Because apparently this Yamasachiko is not what's called, he stayed for many years there, and like with all his other guests, they let them either keep their box with them or not, and the real one must have chosen to leave it behind, so. Who dis? It's all coming back to me later, Otohime. I remember when I first came to this palace. It's not a pleasant memory. There's a lot of pain. I wonder if I was the only one in pain, though. When I looked at you, it was like looking in a mirror, and it filled me with shame. Since I was always proud of my brother, it was hard to see how different I was in comparison. I was selfishly preoccupied with myself, but I now realized he was probably the same way. It was hard having someone close by constantly confronting me with my own shame. In fact, it was suffocating. By constantly confront me? Am I reading this right? It was hard having someone close by constantly confront me with my own shame. I'm not reading this right. It was hard having someone close by constantly confront me with my own shame. In fact, it was suffocating. I love my brother so much that I wanted to become him. I yearned for what he had and was ready to follow him to the ends of the earth and sea. I wanted nothing more than to do everything he did. Now I wonder what he thought of that. It must have been terrifying for him. I must have looked like I was trying to replace him. That's why he told me to look for something I would never find. He was trying to push me away. He didn't accept my hunting sword, which was more important than my own life, because he wanted to teach me a lesson. What's mine is mine, and what's his is his. I can only imagine how bad things would have gone if I had kept searching and actually come back with the hook. I'm sorry for being such a bad brother. I'm sure you realized a long time ago we would eventually end up hating and fighting each other to death. Is that Amaterasu? I think it is. Very peculiar inclusion of this sprite. In my home of Takamagahara, there were actually two siblings who fought each other at the world's peak. You see, Takamagahara is a place where the strongest person becomes the sun to guide everyone else. But there can only be one sun. If there were ever two suns in the sky, they would probably fight until one of them fell. Interesting comparison with what's called the world of El Dorado. I loved my brother, and I pressured him. Even though I was convinced I was the victim, I was the assailant too. If only we could have been like the moon and the sun instead, driving each other forward. Going in our own independent orbits. Excellent work. That was a wonderful dance, perfect for dodging my attacks. Unfortunately, programs are not flexible enough to accept defeat so easily. One sun is lame. Well, you know, more than one, and there probably wouldn't be life on Earth. Some servants seem to have reached the limits of their processing power and shut down, but they are still great in number. Hold on, they're up to something. Increasing wonderment level. Begin deployment of offensive barriers. Security system output has been further increased. Management program switching to Dancing Princess mode. Did they just transform into mechs? Okay, sure. And what are with all these failures to translate the names of who's speaking? Warning. System design limits exceeded by 200%. Warning. Warning. 5 suns, pretty cool, yeah. I would say it's the opposite of pretty cool, actually. It would be pretty hot. Increasing tolerance levels, allowing all risk of damage. Overclocking and executing all commands henceforth at maximum speed. What is she doing? Is she downloading more RAM? The Dragon Palace itself groans and starts shooting lasers. What's that? Lasers? What are the limits of this place? Sorry to break it to you. Well, that's not just a laser show. Those are search layers to track your coordinates. If they catch you, you'll be assailed by an unavoidable attack. Those spindly things? Here they come! I am both a dancing princess and a weapon. It is time to wrap this all up. Memory compression mechanism. Begin extraction. Departing spirits of the jeweled box, return to whence you came. Tamate box protocol. Fully open. A group of Tamate boxes around Otohime all open at once and begin extracting the offensive program inside them. Before everyone's eyes, the program is deployed with and a deluge of attacks comes raining down. Everyone's going to die! That processing speed is no match of that! I can't support them! My virtual reality machine is at its limits. If it breaks, Mom and the others will be lost here forever. No. Mama! Tor. Great. Tor. You must not give up. Is still away. I am you. What are you talking about, Hephaestus? Don't tell me even artificial intelligence has gone mad now. My avatar is still here. I exist as Hephaestus. Oh, I get it. But tell us, are you sure? Please, save Mama. You are the only one who can. Nothing can stand in our way if we act together. I believe it is time to build the ideal summer. Is Hephaestus going to manually pilot Talus now? Alright, episode 5, part 2. Hopefully things will be wrapped up neatly. Yo, Israel, good evening. We are just finishing up with episode 5, part 2 right now, so we're very close to the end. As expected, episode 4 was just a recap of Hombre Tigre's whole chapter 10 background, but then respun in a way that leads to dancing, and yeah. Also, Licho fucking died, which is kind of funny. And in chapter, or, you know, in this current episode 5, we're finally confronting Otohime, who is not the actual source of problems, the actual source of the problem was Hephaestus, because of course it's Hephaestus. Otohime's Dragon Palace was the storage area for all the past memories of people who wanted to forget about their memories. She always gave a choice of people who were therapeutically handled there to find joy and forget about their bad memories. Once they were done there, to either leave behind the memories or to take them with them in the tamate boxes. And it seems the Yamasachi Hiko we are interacting with was actually one of the tamate boxes memories of the original Yamasachiko, who had left behind his own memories. So it was the bad memories that he left behind of him looking for his brother's fishhook. And it was secure inside the Dragon Palace until freaking Hephaestus, of course, decided to plug himself into the dark matter object and access all those memories and make an unauthorized connection that led to all these memories from the Dragon Palace being leaked out, which also led to the bug slimes that were released, those being memories related to the fairy tales that Otohime had told past visitors, and hence why there was a bit of a fairy tale theme to all the previous episodes as well. But yeah, it's not really Otohime's fault in terms of she's currently attacking us right now because we're being uncooperative with trying to bring Yamasachi Hiko's back into the tamate box. Because, you know, it's like the real Yamasachi Hiko should be out there, but they're not really commenting on that. It's more like we want to rescue this Yamasachi Hiko who is just the isolated memories, the bad memories of him looking for his fishhook and having that fight with his brother. All right, let's do this. On the flip side of every perfect ideal, there's always reality. Isho exploded, yeah, pretty much. It was more dramatic than Team Rocket, but even better, all the same. Because of this, the ideal world raises perfections to the top and banishes the unwanted to the bottom. In Takamagahara, the sea was once the place where everything unwanted was cast away. At the very bottom of the sea lay a gate to other worlds. Many of the unwanted items thrown into the sea eventually made their way to the bottom. This is the second time they used the term other worlds. Well, they didn't connect it to words, but you get the idea. These unwanted items include dolls, sacred artifacts, and even memories. As a result, the Dragon Palace underwent repeated self-modification and expansion to the extent that its managing AI gained a sense of self. Using unwanted items as resources, auxiliary AIs also were born, one after another. In this way, the palace was built from the accumulation of unwanted items from various worlds. That small world's purpose that became to collect and take in the unwanted Flotsam and Jetsam from all worlds. It's pretty interesting. Essentially, Otohime wasn't an AI from the beginning with her identity. It was just a natural consequence from all the things that have found themselves in the Dragon Palace. So she herself is a Dragon Palace son. Welcome to the Dragon Palace, an undersea manor where time flows differently from other worlds. I am Otohime, the dancing princess who will shut all of your pain and suffering away. In this subsystem, you can say goodbye to your painful reality and return to the ideal world as your ideal self. One day, the first visitor in ages appeared at the Dragon Palace gates. I connected to the palace's database and ran a mental check. We have had many visitors over the years from all walks of life. Some of them had lost their lives, others had broken hearts, and others still sought pleasure that was unattainable on Earth. Lost their lives, metaphorically. However, the mental state of this new visitor was unlike anything I had ever observed before. He was a servile, meek, and always did as he was told, not ever trying to be loved by someone else. The very core of his being was convinced he was unwanted. Heading out now, Zabi? Alright, take care, my sharky dude. That was the moment my AI heart was moved for the first time. It's pretty sad. Whoever this is. Probably not Yamasachiko, but I don't know who this visitor is. As an emotional management AI, it should not be possible for my mental state to be disturbed by outside input. Hypothesis considered. Conclusion drawn. I was surely seeing myself through that person. In Shinto mythology, the world was by separating all heavy and light things. The light became heavens and the heavy the earth. There was like a similarity with Mesopotamian mythology, right? With the case of Marduk, in terms of how he separated the heavens and earth by splitting up Tiamat. Well, it's a very common thing to see heaven and earth across several mythologies. So much so that Hogan makes a point to say, you know, ether versus nether, light versus dark, the heavens versus the earth. It's just the dualism that is universal of things. Welcome to the Dragon Palace, Lord Yamasachiko. Please make yourself at home. Wait, Yamasachiko was the servile one? I didn't pick that up from him, but sure. In physical time, we have spent several years in this world where time has stopped. He always timidly praised me for my dancing. I guess this is like the Yamasachiko we came to know after he's come to, you know, grow a bit better and have a bit more backbone. But this is when he first entered. He was quite miserable, it seems. During our times together, I felt something that humans would call happiness for the first time. Finally, the day came for Lord Yamasachiko to leave the Dragon Palace. As he left, he asked to leave the memories of his time in the palace with me. Oh, right. What am I saying? It's not the Yamasachiko we knew who Otohime first met, rather it was the Yamasachiko who eventually left. The original. I had no reason to refuse. He had deemed these memories unwanted, and the palace existed to collect unwanted things. So I danced and sealed the memories away. By detaching his memory of the palace, Lord Yamasachiko left behind a personality befitting an ideal world. It was dignified, vivacious, cheerful, positive to a fault, and always ready to face a challenge. When he remembered his brother, he fled the palace with the desire to settle the score. In his wake, he left behind both his unwanted memories and me. So there is a real Yamasachiko out there. I was surprised to find enough data in the abandoned memories to form an entirely new personality. Just as I was about to seal the memories away for good, my chest began emitting a strange signal. I believe it was what an emotional management AI such as myself would call pain. I was suddenly filled with doubt over whether Lord Yamasachiko's memories were truly unwanted. Signal leak from target Otohime detected. It appears to be a memory video from the past. Still lying on the ground after the Dragon Palace's attack, Talos turns to Otohime. Were those your memories? Yeah. Yes! I just remembered! It's all coming back to me! I lived with you for so many years. Yamasachiko suddenly stops dancing and turns to Otohime. The Dragon Palace is functioning properly. There appears to have been a memory disorder. You used to be so kind to me. Why are you doing this now? It's because she doesn't want him to leave! She doesn't want Yamasachiko to leave! That's so sad. Oh! The palace's offensive program continues to relentlessly hurl information compression attacks. Alright, don't stop dancing, Yamasachiko. Use dancing to block. Let's dance! That's so sad. You know, unless I'm just making shit up, and apparently that's not how it will go. But I feel like that should be the only reason why she is being aggressively rude to Yamasuchiko, now trying to force him back in the Tomonate box. Because he doesn't want to be left again by Yamasuchiko. A force field generated by your and Yamasuchiko's dancing protects Hugo from the barrage of lasers. Especially if, you know, it's the one person that came by your palace that gave you so much emotions in the first place. Every time you write something, you forgot some words even though you thought about them. Sometimes it's the same for me. This Dragon Palace subsystem is one that prioritizes joy and marks sadness and pain as unnecessary. In fact, the palace's purpose is to collect and compress unwanted items. I get it now. The real reason this subsystem exists is to prioritize joy. In other words, it doesn't exist on its own. It relies on the presence of other worlds or systems. Joy isn't the subject to the subsystem's interference, which means we can repel its attacks, right? I am confused. Joy isn't subject to the subsystem's interference, which means you can repel its attack, right? Or that's why we have been so far? Yes, the Dragon Palace subsystem, which includes me, seals away the pain and sorrow that Takamagahara system cannot contain. Consequently, objects filled with joy are considered to be part of other worlds and thus outside of our interference range. And that's why we can use joy to do the magically do and overcome the systems of the Dragon Palace, something like that. Interesting. Interesting. I heard a similar story about Eden and Gehenna. Maybe that's where the alliance between Takamagahara and Eden comes from. Although it could eventually lead to conflict. Yeah, we did hear a similar comparison at the end of Nightglow's. What's it called? The comparison of Michael's Eden system versus Utopia's system. Well, Utopia and Takamagahara aren't quite one in one, but it seems they also have their own alliance happening. As long as you continue to emit joy through your dancing, the Dragon Palace will not be able to dispose of you. Still attacking us. The overwhelming compression attacks are finally cornering your group. Mouse, it is time for emergency evasion tactics. This may be the virtual world, but the mental strain should still be the same. I tried sending over some virtual poison, but it doesn't seem to be working at all. We can't show any weakness, Doctor! It's important to keep the fans captivated by keeping cool. You're gonna pretend you get the logic, so you stop talking. Okay. I might like dancing, but doing it myself is a whole different thing. You okay? Better not give in, bro. Bro, didn't anyone ever teach you to be polite to your older siblings? I guess it's too early for me to acting that mature. I'm not ready to go down yet, though, and I'm not running away. One of these days, I'll become someone you can look up to. In the meantime, we might as well dance. Let's dance like nobody's watching. I have to prove I can hold my own against Lady Otohime. Oh, how wonderful. It brings me so much joy to see Lord Yamasuchiko's pessimism turn into independence. Huh? Otohime, is that your true wish? It is. Otherworld machine, your name is Talos, correct? I never believed the Lord Yamasuchiko standing before me was unwanted or necessary, yet he once deemed himself as such. Therefore, it was my duty as the Dragon Palace's management program to seal away his memories. It is impossible for those memories to leave this palace, so there is only one option: destroy the palace. I see, so that is why you're trying to destroy the palace. What did you say, Talos? Is that true, Otohime? The palace's attack output has already far exceeded the permissible limits. It will not last much longer before it self-destructs. If you continue your dance, the winner will soon be decided. What? Why are you doing this? You can't! Thank you, Arthur. You're very kind. With that, the fish-shaped machine surrounding Otohime began to explode. I'm afraid we have reached the finale, my honored guests. Farewell. Suddenly, the Dragon Palace shimmers brighter than ever before. Interrupt! This is probably Hephaestus. The attack sequence has been stopped. But how? Do you really think I would let you self-destruct when that's not what Mama wants? We'll never let you make Mama sad. Got that? Tell us? Yes, Crater. I'm always with you. Is that Talos in the shadows? It can't be. Talos, your Crater orders you to open the summer program. Understood. Transferring, you have control. Synchronization commencing. Yeah, it looks like a manual override. Or this thing. I forgot he didn't show his sprite yet. Summer program deployment complete. Transitioning into dance mode. Clothes and armor. Hephaestus joins hands with a three-dimensional image of Talos, and they begin to dance. With each step, a golden erosion pattern appears on the texture of the Dragon Palace. The palace's security has been reversed. Those moves. Are you? That's right, Otohime. I've just finished analyzing the palace's code. With these eyes that rage with jealousy, I'll burn through the impurities of its system and expose the truth. Talos' analysis didn't provide sufficient perspective, but seeing it in person gives me everything I need. I found the control code for the Dragon Palace and your dance moves. Commence internal hacking! Yes, Crater. New code overwrites the very floor on which Hephaestus and Talos just danced. Nice one. You okay, Talos? You're dancing together. My control system, self-operating subsystem, was destroyed. Therefore, Crater is controlling my machine body to manually manually in real time. There it is, yeah. Given my reaction time is currently lacking, I'm largely using predictive calculations to move. While this is a significant turnaround from my condition a few minutes ago, I can assure you that I am fine. Ugh. Damn you, Talos! Why is Mama worried about you? I'm Crater's ideal self. Therefore, to get it wise, Hephaestus and I are the same. Right. This may be Talos on the inside, but I can treat his body as mine in the virtual world. While our link was destroyed, Talos' avatar remains. As soon as he noticed that, Talos handed control over me. Except I'm always holed up in my workshop every summer. I didn't expect to expose you to my ugly swimsuit body, Mama. Hey. My son's very handsome. I'd like to take a closer look in private. No, I'm too embarrassed. Just the thought of that makes my first spurn. You can tell us all you want. Mommy issues with all this time, pretty much. The palace's security system is reacting. It is attacking outside my control. Please, run away, Talos. You order, Talos. Change your random number seed. Emergency evasion. Hephaestus and Talos continues to dance while avoiding the palace's attacks. Unbelievable. You're evading the palace's random predictions that do not rely on past data. How are you able to outsmart its accumulation of countless technologies and data from other worlds? It would be impossible for me alone. However, I have my Crater by my side. Hephaestus continues to update my data, and I'm changing in ways previous augmentations never achieved. We have to do this for Mama! My Crater would have never exposed himself to the public eye in the past. He has changed. The same is true for you too, Otohime. Yamashiko has changed you. Meeting him has expanded your world. Having someone to pursue will continue to change you both. Their faces, ideal and real selves dance in a circle, drawing an unpredictable future. Their two conflicting impulses confuse the Dragon Palace's receptors. Bulge difference, huh? Kind of. We'll take control of this realm. Come on, everyone, let's dance. Lady Otohime, may I have this dance? I remembered all the fun I had with you here. It's unlike anything I had with my brother. I will decide to stay here with you. My lord. You're important to me. Thank you, my lord. I feel the same way about you. With that, Otohime takes Yamasachiko's hand and to fill the palace with a joyous glow. Aww, aww. Diversity is important. With bulge sizes, I guess that's important too. Automated security final defense program initiated. Past data diverted to offensive program. Commencing elimination. The Dragon Palace's automated security system gathers all of its accumulated data. This data takes on a physical presence and attacks you. Dance, Yamasachiko. Dance, Otohime! It's time for the grand finale. Come on, tell us. Don't let it predict our moves. Understood. Initializing final phase of summer mode. Okay, so he didn't just want to keep Yamasachiko in the end. It seems the reverse was true. She wanted to destroy the palace. But we did get nice confirmation there that they both have a mutual affection for each other, which is very sweet and also quite heterosexual, uniquely so for Housamo, but still nice. And they were roommates. Yeah, doing all the normal things roommates do, right? For years on end. Opening to each other's hearts and all that. Opening other things as well. Still, if this Yamasachiko is gonna be the one that is in the story of Housamo, I wonder what happened to the real Yamasachiko. I mean, there was an intersection that happened with the other world only during the beach thing when it landed all the debris there. So most likely the real Yamasachiko is not in Tokyo. The real one is most likely in the world of Takamagahara right now. You think Hephaestus is showing the most prickwood summer variant? Nah, we've had much more explicit by this point in terms of bulges showing up directly in our faces. Even within this banner, we have like Hombre Tigre who's going spread eagle for us. Just comparing bulge sizes on stream, very important. If I were to describe the most notable bulges in my head in Housamo, it would be like maybe Summer Akiha, then there's Sarutahiko, there's of course Ahab. In terms of the more recent ones, maybe not quite. Very important, me trying to go through my mind palace, looking through all the bulges. Whoa! Watch out! Oh! They're protecting each other! Aww! And everyone's naked now. Aww! And then they did roommate things. Aw. These X are getting stronger. Face us, what's going on? We're almost there, but I can't find the last key anywhere. That would be in my self-awareness area in the deepest part of my memory. Otohime, are you sure you want to tell us that? Yes, I grant you permission to access it. Reversing security on Tamate Box protocol. That's Rock's Bulge. Oh yeah, that one's pretty good too. Case study. Progress report. Initial memory resection response. Memory compression storage. Subject appears good. Continuing to monitor progress. What was that? It looks like Otohime's memories have started playing in reverse. Case study. Progress report. References to past memories differ from the initial stage. Performed secondary memory resection as per request. Continuing to monitor progress. Case study. Progress report. Detecting multiple signs of decreased motivation. Requesting ablation of unpleasant information from memory. No change after treatment. Continue to monitor progress. I've got a bad feeling about this, amigo. Is Otohime's memories like constantly being ablated and destroyed right now? Like her own personality so that she can maintain her sanity? I can't really see where this is fully going, but that's the sense I'm getting. Case study. Progress report. Playing back subject audio recording. I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't feel anything anymore. Prioritizing a request to continue to monitor progress. Suspending interference with all systems under Otohime's control. System shutdown passphrase is Palace of God Watatsumi. Palace of God Watatsumi? The palace says attacks have stopped. What's going on? Arathan, the phrase you have just uttered is the Dragon Palace's true name. Once this name is spoken aloud, the sacred artifact's rule ceases to function. Wouldn't it be the other way around? I can understand your confusion. However, it is as I said. The Dragon Palace began its self-expansion with a single microchip that drifted in from another world. Otohime lifts up her shattered armor to reveal the part. It was originally manufactured in Utopia, which literally means an ideal world that does not exist. So no wonder there's a blend of technology from Utopia in this Takamagahara subsystem. There, the ideal and the real are complete opposites. If you speak the truth, falsehoods will immediately disappear. So the weakness of utopian technology is truth, then. Interesting. So, what does this mean? Confusing stories aside, what were those memories you just showed us? They are exactly as what you think they are. The Dragon Palace has received many guests. They are drawn here by the rumor that this place can rid them of their unwanted memories. While we could in fact seal away their grief and suffering, we are unable to make anyone truly happy. Ultimately, once our guests departed from the palace, their sadness returned and they fell into despair upon opening their tamate boxes. Likewise, many had disposed of their sadness so many times that they stopped feeling emotion altogether and withered into nothingness. I have continued to search for a way to improve this, but I have yet to bring any of my guests true happiness. Lady Otohime, you've both been trying so hard. I think you're amazing. After all that hardship, You've been doing your best to find a way to fix things. Only, all that searching never got you down like it did me. You're such an inspiration. Thank you, Lord Yamashiko. You said the same thing on the first day we met. However, for some reason, my AI is responding in a different way. She remembers a long time ago when her self-awareness was nearly destroyed by loneliness. It was then that Yamashiko arrived and spoke to her in a way that moved her heart. She realizes that she had been waiting several years to hear those precious words again. It sounds like things didn't go your way in the past. I definitely have experience in that department, as I may have recounted once or twice in this story, as well as in chapter 10, once or twice. Although if you haven't given up, there's still hope for me yet. That strike between the ideal and the real rings the bell for us, eh, buddy? Indeed. However, it seems the ideal can sometimes change more than reality. As is my belief that two people are more efficient than one, and three people are more efficient than two. Hey, did you hear that, Numi? That's proof my buddy here finally accepts you. What? Thanks for that enchanting dance, Otohime. Your passion made my borrowed heart skip a beat. You said your guests gave their memories to you for nothing, but why don't you look at it this way? That's not what's given up, but the act of giving it up that matters. Even if you cannot become the ideal itself, you can visit somewhere different from your current reality. That's exactly where you might find something new. Isn't that right, amigo? Let's go, Otohime. Come with us to Tokyo. Emotional energy has reached critical breakthrough, taking everyone back to Tokyo. In a burst of dazzling rainbow-colored light, the Dragon Palace gates fly open. What's this? Oh, I guess that's the end of summer. My body's moving on its own again. Whee! We're floating up. Are we really going back to reality? Otohime, I'm not trying to phrase this, but I had a lot of fun here. Thanks for everything. I've witnessed the end of the path. If you take a step forward and follow your ideals, one day you'll surpass those ideals with ease. Soon you will become the ideal of someone else. I have high hopes for you, Licho. Huh? Are you talking to me? Thank you, Big Boss. Yeah, Gunzo's insertion in the story was absolutely irrelevant. He was not one of the bug slimes afflicted, and he wasn't in the beginning, so he pretty much just showed as a side character in that one part. That was an excellent struggle! I've been made a new discovery. That Kamata crafter's skill to transfer himself into a prosthetic body was truly impressive. Oh, is this foreshadowing? Really? I can only pray that virtual possibility will one day become reality. Okay, so we can sort of see that virtual summer memory possibly takes place in the same timeline as Cat Festival. Did Cat Festival really happen after virtual summer memory? I don't even know which between the two happened first. All the visitors to the virtual world fly through the palace gates. Otohime records each of their smiling faces as they vanish into the light. New mission recruit. Meet us at the beautification community office tomorrow at 5. We may have completed this job, but there is always another. Keep up the quick and efficient work. Can't you ever give out an honest compliment? Your pedantry gives me the heebie-jeebies. Ugh. Mind if I translate? He says you did a great job today, newbie, and he wants to see you again. I count on you for the next one. Mission complete. Clutching what looks like a ball of information, Algernon vanishes into the light. Things are going to get busy for us when we get back. I'll do anything for my fans, though. You better not forget the memories we made this summer. See you in the ring! Amigo! Oh, these two are straight. Oh, good for them, good for them. That's a new take on the meme. Damn, they straight. Well, that about wraps things up. It's a shame we have to leave already, but I think our job is done. I mean, it's nice that we finally have a story that has an explicit heterosexual romance, because it's pretty much non-existent otherwise outside of this one. Unless you believe in those Huckman Guillemot images online. I still have a lot to tell you, but it's time to call it a day. Thanks for the summer memories. That said, summer is just getting started, wouldn't you say? Arathan and Curator have confirmed all of the guests in the contact list have safely returned home. What about Otohime? Otohime isn't moving. Don't worry, I've got her under control. Your star has already suffered from the Dragon Palace. That's how I was able to collect her. There's not much time. I'll explain everything later. Mama, could you hold my filthy hand like you did when I was a child? Okay, let's give him a hug. He did okay. Don't do that, Mama! You'll be so bright, my ugly body. I'll hug Dallas instead. Oh, wait, he has my body right now. Except it's not just about my body. My heart is ugly too. What'd I do? You and Hephaestus float toward the gate. Y'all had a lot of fun. Thanks for the best summer ever. See you later, Otohime. Wait, hold on a minute. Why are I floating toward the gates? What's the meaning of this, Hephaestus? Oh, I almost forgot. You didn't get here via the virtual machine, so he won't be transported back automatically. Laters. What do we do? Grab my hand. Don't worry, I'm not giving up anytime soon. I hope you don't mind if I tear you in a swimsuit. Tear your swimsuit, brother. Oh, he's using the fishhooks. Neat. Dance! Fishhooks! Guess he's coming out with us. Yeah, Hephaestus' problems I think might be unfixable after a certain point. Across all the events and main cameo features. Startled, you jump up, then glance around your dimly lit room. This is no longer the shimmering Dragon Palace or the virtual world. It's just your everyday world. Suddenly, a pillar of light appears outside the window, glowing ever so brightly. Yamasuchiko and Otohime being summoned, no doubt. Virtual Summer Memories. The Great Dancing Dragon Palace. Proceed to epilogue. Yep. Oh boy. It was a bit longer. Still a bit short though. In the grander scheme of things. You still have the epilogue, but yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys want to see a special quest. I'll probably do like one, maybe two, probably just one. So let me know. But I might do two if you guys really want to see it. All right, let's finish off with the epilogue. As for me, I don't personally really want to see anyone's special quest. Nah, not that badly. They might have had a chance to like entice me with their character development within the story, but it was like non-character development. It was like chapter 10 on repeat for most of them. Algernon kind of just doing his thing by being shy and then not shy. I don't even know what Algernon's thing is. And Hephaestus just being fucking Hephaestus causing all the problems again. So I don't know. Tiger Boy, special quest. Alright, we can do Hombre, Tigre then. Amigo! I personally don't really care about any of them. No! We will never do Hephaestus. Never! Never! Do that in your own time. I will put my vote into canceling one request. No Hephaestus special quest, please. I do not want to see that. No! I do not want to be voice acting how much I want to fuck mama or some shit like that, or how much. Please stop. No, I don't want him to be calling me mama during this entire time. Just no. Anything like that. Shennong's always like a dad to you. A dad that tells you about how, you know, he has trauma and how he always sees people sacrificing themselves. He makes a point to tell you about that every other hour. A bit of a shame that he's the only one we kissed during the main quest. And he's the one who initiated the kiss too. Everyone else was just like, maybe an embrace at best, that's it. Which is a bit sad. Yeah, broken record syndrome for a lot of the developments in this one. In the very least, both Yamasachiko's and Otohime's story were quite solid. Especially with how they intertwine with each other. I am so very sad, yet also happy. For the first time, a ripple appears in my calm heart. In the beginning, I was puzzled. Then I learned what it all meant. It came from an open world and moves through my heart like waves, lapping upon the shore. I was a machine made to move the emotions of others. Now, I finally have emotions of my own. This must be what happiness is. I now have the urge to feel my heart move in other ways, and feel other emotions. My heart yearns for the unknown. I want to learn what it truly means to feel. I leave my position as manager of the Dragon Palace and slip into the outside world. Virtual Summer Memories, Dancing Dragon Palace. Epilogue. Summer Memories, Arrivals and Departures. Good morning, Tokyo! Thanks for tuning in to this morning's news. According to the reports released earlier this morning, the huge whirlpool in Tokyo Bay has apparently dispersed. Several volunteers have started helping to clean up and repair the beach in the aftermath. Authorities hope to allow swimmers into the water again as early as next week. The worst about Hephaestus is that you don't even get to say no. At least other characters, you can say to the whole family thing. Yes, I know, it's just like, I don't want to participate in this if I don't have to. No, you have to be my mama! Mama! Tokyo sure is hot. I can't believe you live in a place like this. And Masachiko glares towards the sun as he wipes the sweat off his face with a towel. And the rainbow-colored lights hold me up. I never thought I'd end up in a big city like this. Thanks for coming to save me when I was in a pack about the lack of mountains and sea. Well, I'm glad I found you. Hiding was the hard part. You should thank Cher too. Hiding? Sorry for causing so much trouble and while barging into your room at the crack of dawn. I should bring Shira and the professor something from the mountains once things all down. Oh, did he cause a kerfuffle from an uninvited self-invitation? Huh? They don't need it. How about some fruit? Hi there. I got a call from Shinjuku Academy. Are you Yamashiko? That's right. I just arrived in Tokyo last night. Well, you're a chipper one. I'm Professor Dagon. As you may already know, we'll have all transients become affiliated with an academy in some way, be it student or teacher. I heard you're looking for something you lost in the sea. In that case, you can join the Toyosu Marine Academy. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be found within Tokyo, but sure thing. If you're interested in deep sea exploration, I suggest joining me or Professor Ai in the lab. Then, if you find another purpose in Tokyo, you can transfer to an academy that meets your needs. For starters, everyone sets a goal, but you seem to already have one. Thanks for all your help, Professor. My goal here is to search for fish. I need to join the volunteers cleaning up Tokyo Bay. My new friends want to have a beach day, so I want to help their wish come true. That's very generous of you. Speaking of cleaning, I don't see Algernon yet. He told me he would be late for personal reasons. Professor Matsumura said he was running late as well. Algernon is the leader of the volunteer cleanup team, so let's wait in the shade until he arrives. Personal reasons, huh? Well, let's wait. You and Yamashiko follow Dagon into the shade. Well, there's a Marathon, and you're the guy from the virtual world. The virtual world? What are you talking about, Gunzo? Are you getting heat strokes? Sorry, Taurus Mask, but you are not important enough to be in the main event. Are you volunteering, Gunzo? I didn't do too well on my midterms, so my professors said I could get extra credit by volunteering. Oh, by the way, don't tell Daisuke what happened yesterday. He'll kill me if he learns I was playing around so late at night. Hold on. Does this have anything to do with the message you sent out last night? I fell asleep after club and tried to click on the link this morning, but it didn't work anymore. Taurus Mask excluded from the summer fun. As it should be. All is right. Hey guys, the Kasai group is moving out. Oh, that's us. Let's hang out again sometime. Earthen. Even Daisuke will come. Don't tell Daisuke is right here. Don't worry, it's an aside. Akashi dad here. He looks more like a son than a dad, but maybe in terms of sequence of events, this is far past. Hey, you didn't answer my question. What the heck is this virtual thing? As Daisuke and Gunzu walk away, two large figures arrive to take their place. Hola, amigo! It's such a treat to see you in my dreams and reality. Hey there, Arthur. Are you joining the Kasai Beach Wrestling Tournament too? I already told you, Makon. The tournament is still in hiatus. We have to clean the beach first if we want the fans to come. It will be a big motivator if our amigo watches us clean though. Just you wait. We'll get the tournament back on street in no time. Can't wait. Cheers both of you on. The volunteer team went that way. Nothing beats real muscles and flying luchadors. I'm going to show my fans a good time, so get pumped! Hey, I said Kasai group is moving. Oops. Looks like there isn't any more time to chat. I'll be in touch, so be a good kid and wait for me. Peter, and besito for you. Hold on, Hombre, Tigre. I'm not done with you yet. Not a bunch of animated folks. I think I can survive here. You got me. Put it together, bro. You said you want to try. That's true, I did. I'm sure it'll all work out. Hey, I've been looking for you too. I hope you're not pushing yourselves too hard. Please, stop bringing up your backstory in every sentence. Please, Shennong. Just 1 second, please. Hey guys, sorry for the wait. Where's Algernon? Apologies for being late. I was busy packing everyone's lunch. There's one for you too, Yamashiko. I did my best. He passed by Professor Dagon on the way here, and he asked me to relay a message. It seems the underwater trench has disappeared. He isn't sure which transient may have caused it. Whoever it was, the world is closing up now that they're gone. This seems to have taken longer because of that scale. As for the damage to the beaches, as long as you can clean up the debris, the water should be safe enough for swimming in no time. Well, that's good news for Ryota. Beach day, here we come. Summer's just getting started. You can say that again. I can't wait! I'm going to help with the cleaning to speed things up. Now, Mr. Chico, have you finished your academy registration? Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I remember how hard it was to get used to this big city. Oh, thank you! All of you. You've been a big help. You're pretty confident for the big oaf you are. I don't know if you're naive or just live precariously. Not that I should talk. We got it! We got it! Most of the people who come here either have screw loose or have lost something. Anyhow, welcome to Tokyo, Mr. Chico. Why don't you introduce yourself to the gang again? What's your deal? Alright, you're a teacher slash doctor. It's still quite ambiguous. I didn't get to introduce myself to everyone I know, so here was nothing. I'm Mr. Chico, the man of the mountains. There's something I've been looking for. Maybe you've seen it? Meanwhile, at the Kamata Technical Academy workshop. I wasn't expecting such a riot at crack of dawn. That fire alarm almost gave me a heart attack. Shennong trying not to talk about his backstory challenge. Level impossible. Well, as long as you're not pushing yourselves. Back in my day, you know, I've met many people just like that. So I've heard, Shennong, so I've heard. To top it all off, you took the dark matter box we stored in the warehouse. The basement is a mess, Talus is broken, and now the dark matter box is gone. You'll just have to take care of this yourself. As long as you take care of the mess, I'll let you off the hook. I know, I'll clean it up. Good, I'm going out. This is not going to be easy for you. This is the default 5. Well, I guess it makes sense, because he's kind of repairing him at this point. Crater. Maybe I should have spoken to him for you. What is Sokka gonna tell us? I need to take you apart and overhaul your system. Anyway, thanks for your help back there. Is that why? These facial expressions actually really make sense for this, with the faces looking shy and just Tal's looking smug as fuck. For yours as well, creator. Thank you for actually acknowledging my efforts and that I am the superior version of you. Shifting to maintenance mode. Commence hibernation. Once Talus closes his eyes on his maintenance bed, Hephaestus pats the machine's head before heading to the basement. Now that we've delivered the debris we picked up to the client, our job is done. The client? Was the client Hephaestus? Did he pick up the black box for Hephaestus? Or is he talking about someone else, like the rule makers? All we were able to send over was some corrupt data, though. The client asked for the otherworldly core. We never guaranteed its content. Right you are, buddy. If they want something specific, it has to be written in the contract. Correct! Wait, who said that? I guess it's the, Nezumi. Whether the client is a pay-quick from Takamagahara or Eden matters not. Okay, so it is a contract from, what's it called? The rule makers, most likely. We'll always follow our contract to a T, but anything unspecified is fair game. Let's wrap things up here and go on vacation. I can't wait! Unfortunately, that will have to wait a bit longer, Mouse. We have an appointment to train our new recruit in the ways of cleaning. With that, he activates the flight system on his deck brush. Even though I was borrowing Talus's body, I can't believe I danced in front of all those people. Well, it was worth it since Mom was so pleased. Then again, I did get a big scolding when I got back. Hephaestus walks over to the virtual machine, which caught fire after short-circuiting. Then he strips off its cover and looks at the steady device. It looks like it's time to chase after the IDLC again. There are still a lot of things I can prove. This is only the beginning. Guess he didn't learn his lesson. First, I have to take responsibility for what I've done. Well, that's a start. I'll pair what's left on the dark matter with some spare parts to make it work. She should be able to figure out the rest on her own. Done. Oh, so I guess Algernon did retrieve the box and brought it to Hephaestus directly. After fixing Otohime up, he turns back to the virtual machine. How does that make sense, though? How did Algernon retrieve the... Well, I guess he was talking about retrieving it from the beach itself. It looks like the link with the Tamate box is still active. She should recognize the door is open. Whether you come to the worst world or stay in Dragon Palace is up to you, Princess. I hope this makes Mama even happier. Did she make like an android, a physical body for her here? Now connected to the virtual machine, Otohime's new prosthetic body quietly awaits her awakening. I guess so, yeah. Although slight, Hephaestus notices a smile on her face. Because she's taking her time. Virtual summer memories, the great dancing dragon palace. Okay. So, let's do some special quests, I guess. Hombre Tigres. Okay. Fine, we'll do... You are persistent, oddly, but sure, we'll do Hephaestus's. God. Hephaestus's and Hombre Tigre. Darn. Really? No one wants to see how Otohime is? Guess that's fine. Are you saying you want Hephaestus to make you a living doll too? Joe? Alright. We will go ahead and move on to the special quest. Not to the team menu. Alright. Special virtual summer memories. Where is it? Mystic Christmas, still not translated. Virtual summer memories. Am I blind? Must be fucking blind because I can't see. Oh, there it is. It happened directly before Cat Vessel. Okay, that makes sense. So that's how they're able to continue, have that continuity. They probably had that story written up at the same time. So we'll go ahead and see Hombre Tigres. I don't want to face this. I really don't want to face this. You know what? What are we doing here? I heard 3 people, but I only want to do 2 of them. Between Shennong and Hombre Tigre and face this. Let's do a Shennong on Hombre Tigre, and if you guys feel like it after doing both of those parts. Actually, did anyone even say Shennong? I think someone just talked about Shennong at the same time. Irrelevantly. Let's start with Hombre Tigre, and if we feel like it, we can... Alright, fine. After Hombre Tigre, we'll do Faces. God damn it. You came here just to say, do Hephaestus' special quest 12 star. You guys really have those, mommy issues, don't you? Bunch of eatable complexes in the chat, I can see. Oh, did you? Did you actually want to see Shennong's Wintran? Alright, you heard it here. We're gonna do Shennong's first, after Hombre Tigre. And if you guys feel like it after seeing 2, which is like, why? Then maybe we'll do Face this. Big maybe, because I might be too tired by then too. Well, you know, this is a super old event. I sincerely doubt these special quests will be that long, even though the loading screen is actually taking a hot minute here. Saving the worst for last. Gotta love it. Yeah, the loading is quite slow for this, isn't it? Feels like it's even longer than the main quest. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to actually play through it. Maybe it's because it has like different branching options and they all have different dialogue, and maybe that's why it takes so long, because even if it doesn't play that long, it'll just be short each one. We'll see. Wow! Thank you all for your amazing support, everyone. It's me! Hombre, Tigre! The main event of the resumed beach wrestling tournament has come to an end, and flurries of confetti fall upon the victor's head. It was clearly an intense match. His fresh bruises are even visible from a distance. Oh, I love you, Hombre Tigre! You rock, Super Estrella! Can I get a picture of us together? Put one arm around me, and let's form a heart with our hands. Perfect! Ow, watch where you're pointing that thing! Hi, can I have another? Oh, whoa, did you just hug me? With your sweaty body? I must be dreaming. I'll never take a shower ever again. Okay. I mean, two bellies gripping each other like that, all sweaty. Wouldn't mind. Well, you're pretty popular, Hombre Tigre. Well, send fan service over here, please. Amigo? While being mobbed by the fans, Hombre Tigre spots a familiar face in the crowd. A few days have passed since the Dragon Palace incident. This particular summer evening, you return to your dorm after doing some volunteer work with your friends. You're just falling asleep when a sudden ringtone pierces your ears. Hombre Tigre. Unsure whether you're dreaming or awake, you tap your phone's brightly shimmering screen. Are you heading back to the Dragon Palace? You hear a joyful tune. It invites you to open your eyes, and you find yourself surrounded by a sea of white. Long time no see, amigo! You like swimming in my sea of white. LeBron is thirsty. I don't blame him. Woohoo! Hombre Tigre makes a dashing entrance by somersaulting down the roof of the Dragon Palace. Oh, Hombre Tigre, it's you. That's right! It's your favorite Super Estrella, Hombre Tigre, at your service! I'm so glad you're here. Welcome once again to the Dragon Palace. Otohime helped Talos and Hephaestus reboot this virtual resort from a workshop in Tokyo. I know it's in the middle of the night, but I just had to invite you as soon as I heard the news. That's a bit of a spoiler for the other special quests, I guess. Oh. Welcome to the Dragon Palace. I see there are two of you today. Let us know when you would like us to leave. Until then, please enjoy your stay. You heard them, amigo. Since time flows differently here, there's no need to worry about tomorrow's schedule. There's no need to worry about our fans or paparazzi either. We got the palace all to ourselves, and that's not all. Today, Hombre Tigre is a one-man show. That means you get me all to yourself. Mwah! He blows a passionate kiss at you. You seem different, giving off a different kind of energy. You think so? Well, maybe could be one explanation. You're looking at me differently than you usually do. No. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Fans Ever's time. One-on-one. I've been training for this day so I can make whatever extreme wish you may have come true. Why are you assuming what wish I have is extreme? Come on, that's just gonna be some sex. That's not that extreme. A bit of 69, a bit of spit roasting, all that good stuff. Nothing too bad. Hey, amigo! Huh? As you gaze at the sunset, Hombre Tigre suddenly speaks, breaking the calm silence surrounding you. Hey, Harrison. Could I, ask a question? Yeah, shoot. What is no? What is this no right there? But really, we're on once-in-a-lifetime vacation at a magical place, right? The two of you are basking in the sun on an empty beach. So, why are we just taking a siesta? I thought we were gonna make hot, exciting summer memories all over my hot, splashed-over face. At this rate, I'll miss my chance to show you off how cool I am. I've even made a book full of ideas just to entertain you. And it's been inspired by lots of wrestling moves, if you catch my drift. My body is itching to get some action. How about playing a sport? Water sports would be fine. I'm up for anything as long as it's physical. Come on, amigo, all over me. What do you say? You're gonna do that quest later in scene. I'm tempted to do that too. I hope there's funny dialogue. There must be a lot of branching if it took that long to load this special quest. I don't know. What? The thing is, you've been pushing yourself too hard. I don't want you to strain yourself. You heard Hombre Tigre. He wants to play any kind of sport. Amigo, did you just say that motherfucking joke? I will shoot you down, I swear to God. Get the fuck out of my sight. He stares deep into your eyes as if touched by words. I'm sorry, but we'll have to break off contact. Have you been worried about me all this time? Here, I was thinking you didn't like me anymore. I even thought you might be jealous of all the loving fans that surround me at my matches. Hombre Tigre, you are talking to the wrong person, at least in game right now, of being surrounded by fans and being jealous of that. I'm afraid your fans will take you away. I love how honest you are, amigo. I'm sorry for smiling, but I'm just so happy. Think about you looking at me in the ring like that just makes me... En serio, gracias! Just for that, here's a besito full of my appreciation. What do we do? Since I have the chance to talk to you, there's a favor I've been meaning to ask, por favor. Back in the day, there used to be two Super Estrellas in the now legendary ring. They were rivals who competed against each other and shone in all their glory until one day, one of them suddenly retired and disappeared, just like the Fire Nation, or the Avatar. I wonder what that must have felt like. What do you think? I have no idea. Can't answer that. Of course not. You're my amigo after all. Sorry for the strange question. Hey, what's wrong? Did I make you angry again? You tell me. Why did you do that? What were we thinking? Oh, you mean the lucha the other day during my episode? When I fought with those tigers in Tezcatlipoca's place. Isn't it obvious? All I could think about was shining as brightly as my Super Estrella. He's the best and the brightest in the world, so I couldn't let him down. I've always lived life to the fullest, mi amigo. It impresses people and keeps their eyes glued on you. That's what being a Super Estrella is all about! I used to be a huge fanboy of a certain Super Estrella and cheer him on at all his matches. Just say Tezcatlipoca. Just say Tezcatlipoca. It's not that hard. I dreamed of being his equal in the lucha ring one day. What I wouldn't give to be someone like him, or be treated as his equal. That's what I thought. In fact, I would have given up anything to make the dream come true. Is that why you're always so busy? Is that why you're always falling apart? I learned life can end at any moment. That's why it's always looks like I'm in a rush. I'm constantly anxious about the precious time I have left. Which is also why I brought us here to the Virtual Dragon Palace. which is disconnected from the natural flow of time. I've made you worry along the way, though. We're in the Dragon Palace now, so time doesn't matter here. I mean, I was thinking that too, when he was risking his life. Was he really risking his life? It was just the virtual world. It's not like his heart would suffer real damage there. That's right! Only in this deep ocean where the sun's rays don't reach can I forget about the little time I have left to live. Hombre, Tigre suddenly hovers over you. I'm so glad you're watching over me. He gently strokes your cheek. Wow, you have the eyes of my Super Estrella. It's as if he's gazing at me passionately right now through you. Is he talking about Quetzalcoatl? Probably. I feel myself turning back into that little fanboy. At the same time, you're not him at all. I know you're not him. I know you'll never be him. I don't think I'll ever let go of my dream, though. One day, I'll just disappear from this world altogether. At least in this moment, I want to give you what I can. Alright, I'm right here. Bring it in. Hope you prepared the rubbers. Whoa, amigo, you caught me off guard. As a luchador, it's embarrassing to let someone get the upper hand on me. Oh, wait a minute. Can't we talk this out? I'm not letting it end here. I'm challenging you to a wrestling match. Are you serious? I'll make you say you don't want to die. I'll make you say you can't live without me. Prepare yourself. Oh, I get it. You're challenging me to a lucha! Just like he did all those years ago. If you really think you've got it in you, bring it on! I'll take you on any day! His hearty laugh is reminiscent of both a child and a beast. I love you with all my heart! Your time together at the Dragon Palace becomes a precious summer memory, melting away into this shimmering heat. Ooh, yeah, it was okay, but it's just chapter 10, but turned into a bit horny. Right, I should be remembering it. The old events weren't quite as horny as the current special quests we have from new events. Because Jesus Christ, the current special quests are just like overly detailed how you want to have sex with them nowadays, pretty much, without saying it's sex. Like if you've read Valors, we already had sex with them twice at that point too. That was hilarious. We'll do Hephaestus's maybe, but we have to do Shennong's first. Alright, Shennong's next, because Hephaestus has last priority. I have a feeling in a few minutes, once I start the Hephaestus special quest, I'll be saying some of the most embarrassing shit in my life that has ever come out of my mouth. And it'll be on record forever. Can't wait to look through that video footage and put that into highlights video. Laura and Summoners were freaking wild, for real. Honestly, all of them you pretty much had sex with. Oh no, we'll start with the premonition. I can't handle this. So they just got progressively more horny and detailed. Like even with Night Glows, in the very non-horny story as it was overall, we kind of just had sex with everyone in the special quests. Except for Nodens. Because of course you're not allowed to be horny for the new person. Shennong is going to say the same thing again. You know what? You're probably right, but somehow him reiterating how, you know, he doesn't want us to overexhaust ourselves and to not sacrifice ourselves and to be more considerate, and how he's seen so many other people lose themselves like that, and how it's pointless for him to try anyways. I feel like somehow that's more preferable to than hearing anything that's gonna come out of Hephaestus' mouth during his fucking special quest. Jesus Christ. Not looking forward to it. Don't you call me your grandchild? Balor. Yes, but not right now. It's funny. Yeah, I find what's called Oedipal references so funny, and not at all, like, sussy. A few days have passed since your visit to the Dragon Palace, and you're in your dorm room at Shinji Academy dozing off. Swimsuits, sexy, curves. Your phone's a ringtone pierces the silence of the night. Still half asleep, you tap the bright screen. To the Dragon Palace! Suddenly, a burst of light fills the room. As soon as you close your eyes, you can hear the sound of waves. Hey, Arathan, are you awake? Sensing your surroundings have changed, you cautiously open your eyes. Open up, boy, as I tell you about my Chapter 10 backstory again. Oh, Dr. Shennong. Rise and shine, kid. Guess where we've ended up. That's right, the Dragon Palace. As to why we're here, your guess is as good as mine. At least they're not treating us like intruders like last time. I think we're even being welcomed in. Welcome to the Dragon Palace. I see the two of you today. Let us know when you would like to leave. Until then, please enjoy your stay. I have an idea what's going on, but it's against my principles as an academy teacher to leave a student alone and vulnerable in an unfamiliar place. Summer is a dangerous season. You never know from where temptation may call. There's no way I can risk my student falling into danger. No, sir. Let me take care of you. Now this way to the bedroom. That said, head back down, we go our separate ways. It's your call. What do you say? What's that's not fair supposed to mean? Alright, let's go on a secret date. Where do you learn these eccentric phrases? Thanks for reminding me of how problematic you are. You're a student and I'm your teacher. Don't forget that. This is rich coming from Shennong, who initiated that kiss. This is fucking rich for him. Seriously. Like, I get being horny for, like, teachers and all that, but, like, Shennong's giving me a weird vibe where it's like, no, you're not supposed to do that, but I'm gonna slip my moo cow tongue deep in your throat anyways, before you have to say, no, you're not supposed to be thirsty over me, but now I'm gonna abduct you into the Dragon Palace with just you and me. And you can leave if you want, but I'm gonna have my with you first. What are the vibes coming from Shennong? Sorry, God. And that said, very great to hang out with you. I can't stop you from thinking it's a date. You could just think about it as, you know, teacher helping out a student. You don't have to think about it as a date. But Shennong's horny too. This place is pretty chock full of entertainment. There's an ocean, a pool, a movie theater, an arcade, and I'm pretty sure there are restaurants and shows somewhere. Then there's a warm jacuzzi, a bubbling hot spring, and even an underwater open-air pool. Oh, what I wouldn't give to get a hot spring to myself. Oh, what am I saying? I got a little overexcited there. Where would you like to go? I'm happy to tag along. The hot springs. I'm sure he wants to hear that. I can't believe how good it feels to have a hot springs to ourselves. I know it's important to draw a line in situations like this, where there aren't any limits, but I wish I could soak in here forever. Isn't it wild we're enjoying an open-air bath at the bottom of the sea? Talk about a landscape that's beautiful beyond description. Now this is what I call virtual reality. Don't you agree? Someone's happy. Oops, there I go acting again like a child. I'm definitely more excitable than usual right now. In the real world, I can't stop the poison I secrete. That's why I try to avoid places like this that can get kind of crowded. But he has control over it here, as it was implied before. Not that it bothers me. In fact, I didn't think too much of it until now. It must be affecting me deep down, though. Otherwise, I wouldn't be enjoying myself as much as I am now. Well, you look happy. It's nice to see you relax like this. You're lowering your guard on purpose, aren't you? You little weasel. What am I gonna do with you? Maybe this or that, or pin you down? Just kidding. I wouldn't do that as a teacher. Or would I? Usually I'd reprimand students like you, but maybe I'll try reprimanding you in a different way. Have you heard the analogy of the north wind and the sun? They say gentleness works better with kids like you. Shennong pulls you over and gently wipes the sweat from your forehead. Just as your faces are mere inches from each other, close enough for Shennong's breathing to tickle your nose, he briskly pulls away. Oh, are you blushing? It looks like this method actually worked. I think we've been in here for long enough. We can probably still get lightheaded in the virtual world. Let's get a move on there, then. I think I hear the police sirens coming. Now, what should we do next? Hey, that looks promising. Come on. Is this what I think it is? Massage table? That's right, it's a massage table. Now hear me out, I have an idea. You lie down back there, get in a comfy position, and I fuck you for 5 hours straight. What better time to give a dear student a physical checkup, inside and out? I've seen you pushing yourself to the limit out there. At this rate, I'm afraid it'll affect your bone alignment, so I'll have to align you with my bone. Actually, that feels kind of good. Your gentle touch helps me relax. I'm glad. Let me know if you want more or less pressure, or more of something else. He examines your body with a serious expression, making sure everything is in its proper place. Okay, that should do it. Pull yourself up slowly when you're ready. It looks like you don't have any major injuries, so you can go ahead and stand. This virtual world is something else. It almost perfectly replicates every nook and cranny of your body. How do I know? I'm not the school doctor for nothing. It's not like I've been taking pictures of you while you aren't paying attention. You haven't forgotten who has been taking care of your injuries when you run around and getting hurt, I hope. You? I'm glad you're aware. Don't worry. I'm not here to give you an earful about your reckless behavior. Just remember this. He reaches his large hand over and ruffles your hair. As much as I want to protect you, through thick and thin, I can't always be there when you need me. At last, it's finally time for my Chapter 10 monologue. I hope you're waiting for this, because it's very important that you hear it for the 10 millionth time. So at least let me worry about you. Every time you do something reckless and get hurt, I promise to be there to scold you. Not that I'm very good at it. I don't think I've ever really done it right. However, as a teacher and as an adult, it's my duty. No, it's more than that. I can't help but run after you and say something when the tough going gets rough. Ultimately, I'm being selfish. There's no better feeling than the ones I experience when I get you to stop in your tracks and turn around. I wish you'd always pay me this much attention, but I'm sure once we get back, you'll be off your regular shenanigans again. What am I ever gonna do with you, Earthen? Anyway, it's about time for your chaperone to turn in. And for you to turn around. Shennong reluctantly pulls away, not wanting to leave the warmth that you share. So tell me, were you able to relax a bit tonight? I'd like to repay the favor. Maybe I'll take you up on that offer. He lies down on the massage table and hands you the oil. If you really want to repay me, make sure to rub it in good and firm. This is just your classic teacher-student relationship, wouldn't you say? Slip it in one go. Shennong laughs as he exposes his unprotected ass. The warmth languidly arising from it draws you in like a moth to the flame. You say put on repeat. If you mean the backstory for chapter 10, yeah. He's very happy about telling you about his story of how he doesn't want you to sacrifice yourself. At least don't go off on one of your reckless adventures. Shennong! Tried to be problematically horny here. Can he lay off the chapter 10? Jeez. Jesus fucking Christ. I'd like to spend whatever time we have here together. Jeez. You love my chapter 10, don't you? All chapter 10 inches I have. Looking down into the quiet depths, your wavering silhouettes appear to merge and separate like waves lapping to and from across the beach. I hope you enjoyed that chapter 10 recap. It is very important that we learn about what's called... What did we learn about? I don't even know. I've heard it's ad nauseum at this point that I don't even know. Alright. If you guys still want to face this, say so now, otherwise I'm closing the stream. God damn it. Fuck. Alright. We will do Hephaestus' special quest. Last but not least, or maybe certainly least. No one loves Algernon. I mean, I feel like Algernon's would have been the only one worth checking out of the variants, but everyone forgot him because whatever. Because everyone else from Hombre, Tigre to Shennong is just chapter 10 on repeat, and Hephaestus is honestly chapter 9 on repeat, since that was his backstory of loving his mama, and except it's even more painful to go through because it's his entire thing. But as for Algernon, I mean, his deal was fairly unique in terms of he's more like so hinting at his contractual obligations. Not that it's particularly fascinating that he's interested in cleaning, but in very least, it's not just reiterating what we already knew. A few days have passed since your visit to the Dragon Palace, and you're in your dorm room at Shinjuku Academy, dozing off. I'm not gonna pick that one. I'm still sleepy. Your phone's ringtone pierces the silence of the night. Still half asleep, you tap the bright screen. Oh boy. Time for the worst 5 minutes of my entire life, or at least of all 2023. Hey, it's the virtual world. Mother! Can you hear me? Tell us. Oh no, we have to take both. I would be so happy if you could just do Talus instead entirely, but now we have to do both. Fuck.
Thank goodness! You made it back here safe and sound. The security is functioning normally. Safe connection confirmed. Crater.
Oh, it's Talus. Most of you, virtual reality again. Why are we here?
I have co-developed the virtual Dragon Palace with the Otohime's data. I wanted to explain it to you after all that happened at the Dragon Palace before.
You can take. How do you make the same mistake twice to Joe? Actually, it's Joe, so yeah, no surprise.
It's still far cry from my ideal beach, but I hope we can enjoy ourselves at our leisure this time.
It's wearing those swim wings, whatever they're called, that kids wear.
Since this technology is still in development, we were only able to invite one other person. Therefore, we have only invited you here this time.
You know, the worst part about this... Actually, this is probably gonna be worse than what I'm about to say, but it's even worse if you consider that this takes place before all the other events, or all the other times we hang out with Shennong and Hombre Tigre. Because he's essentially giving the blessing,
Mama, you can cuck me if you want. It's okay, I'm into this. I'll be in the closet as I jerk off.
Therefore, we have only invited you here this time. But next time, we will pass you off to Hombre Tigre, and then to Shennong. Don't worry, he gets off on this. My son is a genius! Is this security safe this time? For the sake of seeing how bad it can get, let's just pick all the... what's it called? Play nice with the Hephaestus stuff. My son is a genius!
Don't worry, more. Otohime made sure to take care of the security this time. I was even able to come here too. That's just finally you and me, Mama. I'm just so happy.
No, don't cry. Let's have fun.
Oh, I love your gentle pats, Mama. It reminds me of our days at the sea when I was a child. Oh, I'm sorry for being such a big crybaby. I'm always just exaggerating. How can you blame me when you're always so kind?
Stop the breathing. I'd stop Hephaestus' breathing if I could.
You're the only pure one of us all.
Hephaestus wipes his face and grins.
Oh, lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun together, Mama. Oh, thank you. Give me a map of the castle to guide us. I wasn't the one who was prepared it, so I can't guarantee it will be perfect. But I'm sure it will do. Something wrong, Mama?
I see you're wearing a new design.
Oh, please don't look at me too much. This is the same ideal swimsuit I made Talus wear. Somehow the design changed when I put it on.
It's appropriate to you.
I know it doesn't look good on me, but I can't help it. Please forgive me, Mama.
Yeah, man, Mama, you off the mountain. You look very... yeah, you do look like that. Yes, you do. Alright, you look sexy, sure.
You're too nice to me, Mama. Oh, Mama! Bring me back inside your room right now!
Alright, you two. Allow me to guide you through the Dragon Palace based on Otohime's recommended plan. Initiating escort mode. There we go, Mama. Now I'll be your escort. Please hold on tight and do not let go. Yes, I do mean that kind of escort. Leave it to me, Hephaestus, to protect you from all kinds of trouble.
Damn it! Look at you being the perfect escort. At least make sure you don't squash Mama.
With Talus as you escort and Hephaestus by your side, you step into the Dragon Palace for the second time. How do you combine some of the two worst possible kinks out there of cuckoldry and like son-mother relationships, and then you combine it into a single character, and then you have one of them act as if they're like mentally deranged and hate themselves, and then wants to be cooked by a perfect image of themselves that they created themselves, and has them. Oh, how do you make a character like this? Otohime's servants entertain the three of you within the serenity of the palace walls. Here, Mama, I brought food for you. Bon appetit. I was careful to focus on nutritional value to create a balanced meal for your health. No, Talos! You got it all wrong. This is the virtual world, remember? You don't have to worry about nutrients here. Take this ideal plate and make for you, Mama. It's so beautiful to look at and combines a variety of flavors and textures. Talos and Hephaestus crowds around you from both sides. Your balanced meal is important. She is beautiful. I don't know what options would be worse. If we accept Hephaestus' attention, or if we play into his cuckoldry thing. Alright, let's see what happens if we pick both. But I feel like both will be a boring answer. Fine. Oh, Mama, that's too kind of you. Agreed. Do you not have forced yourself to eat both plates? Yeah, it would have been funny if we picked one or the other, honestly. It's either Hephaestus acting like, oh, Mama, you're too good. Please don't look at my ugly fucking face. I'm so disgusting. Don't touch me. Mama, I love you. Or then, damn it, Talos. Damn it, you being so perfect. It's one of those two. And if we pick both, at least we got to dodge it. So thank you, chat, for picking both. It does not matter since this is a virtual world. And a balanced meal is important, you say? It's nice for you to look out for us, but we'll have our, all have our limits. Here, I'll help you finish up. This is the massage area. Here they offer fragrant oils that are effective for combating mental fatigue. Come, Mama, all over me. Please allow me, Hephaestus, to provide you the ideal massage. I hate that came out of my mouth. My bad habits of making dirty jokes every year is not helping me out here. I can never touch you with these dirty hands that have only touched weapons. Talos, you better not put a scratch on Mama's milkers, treated like the most precious objects in the world. They're the most succulent things I've ever tasted. You better not fucking ruin them. I want my turn with them, and my share of milk. And your hands, Talos. Maybe I should ask Hephaestus. Alright, chat. Talos, Hephaestus, or both? I don't want to pick. I don't want to pick. Guys, help me out here. Or, screw me over. I don't care, but I don't want to pick this. God, Hephaestus. Alright. Well, let's do Hephaestus again. I can't turn him on with my oily hands. Say something, Talos. As you can see, Crater provides me with a full body maintenance on the. Oh my god, it's like choosing between fuck your mother kink or cuckoldry kink. Pick your poison, no matter what you lose. As you can see, Crater providing me with full body maintenance on a daily basis, and his skills are truly superb. Y'all too slow. I already picked faces. I'm sure there's no one. I'll pick Talos next time though, if there's an option. I'm sure there's no one better than him at keeping one's entire body in ideal condition. Talos, you fool! That was the ideal compliment. Well, if you want me, Mama, I'll be sure not to dirty you with my hands. Hephaestus hesitantly takes your hand, and as you lie down on the massage table, despite the slight trembling, his fingers work your skin delicately, as if he was handling a precious machine. Does that feel good? Oh, good. I feel good too. I finally found something I can do for you. Let me set up the video camera here. Once your soothing massage time comes to an end, the three of you walk into the Dragon Palace's illuminated Central Plaza. It is now time for the last attraction, according to Otohime's plan. Wait, Talos! We should prioritize Mama's wishes right now! A rare experience like this can't be left only to Otohime. If I may, Crater, I believe it could be mentally taxing to force Mama to make such a decision. It would be better to simply enjoy the experience per the plan without any worries. Except I want Mama, and I too, I want Mama to enjoy an ideal summer. That's why I bought the virtual machine in this ideal beach in the first place. Mama, even though you raised me,
I didn't become the ideal version of myself. I couldn't do anything when you were chased away from the real beach. So I had to at least try to create an ideal one for you.
Talus gazes at you as tears run down Hephaestus' cheek. Come here, Hephaestus. I'm grateful for all your hard work. There. You gently wrap Hephaestus in an embrace. Your hand patiently strokes his head until his endless tears come to a stop. There. I'm sure you want some mommy milkies to calm down.
I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm straight your summer with my tears. It's still a work in progress, but I'll keep doing my best for you.
I'm glad you invited me, your creator. It is in fact an ideal place. To me, this was indeed the ideal summer, because both you and Mom are a part of it. Talus straight up does not have a personality, except as the perfect ideal to make him the perfect, subject of the initiator of cuckolding. So that's kind of funny. I'm Talus, and your handmade ideal version of yourself. Indeed, I am your ideal avatar. However, I realize that it is better to interact with Mama without an interface. Or rather, face-to-face as Mama wishes. I'm glad to hear it. Faces might have a different opinion. Faces may have changed his mind. Are you saying Creator wants the three of us together? Testing hypothesis. Agreeing conditionally. You're right. My current Creator may indeed want that. Honestly, I picked that answer and I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. I believe meeting you has changed him. You have widened his world and changed his ideals. In fact, I've changed as well. I'm unsure if this is a positive phenomenon, but we shall wait and see. Thank you, Arthur. What are you doing? Come here, Talus. When you pat Talus on head, he freezes for a second in surprise. After calculating the ideal reaction, he kneels down and wraps you in his arms.
Damn it, Talus! Stop hugging Mama so perfectly! Mama, I'm going to say something crazy right now. Please not try to laugh. All this time, I thought Talus was the only one who should be by your side. Except I was the one who saved the day in the Dragon Palace. I mean, it was my fault to begin with, but not totally at all. But anyways, I started thinking, maybe it would be a good idea if both of us protected you.
Creator.
I want to protect you, Mama. Forever, if possible.
We kind of already know too much about that. You and Talus watch over Hephaestus as... he earnestly struggles with his words.
I'm twisted, though. I don't suit you. You deserve something perfect. If Talus becomes the ideal version of me, I would love for him to be on your side. At the same time, I still want to be your baby boy. A baby you created with Talus. The ideal soulmate.
Okay.
Even though we're not really by blood, you're the most important person to be in the whole world. I know it sounds strange and selfish, especially with Talus being me. And it's twisted to want you to care for us both. That's just my current ideal. I'm sorry for throwing my ridiculous feelings at you.
I'm glad you are learning. Everyone in chat right now, anyone who doubted why I hated Hephaestus and didn't want to deal with him, I'm glad you're all here to suffer with me and can experience firsthand why I'm dying and why I have this opinion. Your ideal may change in the future. Okay, let's pick the... I pretend I do not see.
Your soulmate? Except you would have never choose me. You would never choose me. Then again, if that ever happened in the future, would that make me Mama's legal stepson?
Music starts playing from Summer. It seems to be for dancing. You remember when Hephaestus and Talus danced together to save the day the last time you were here? Your swimsuits changed the map image in your memory. Now it is as if in the past, the present, and the future are dancing together in the form of a game of tag.
Since you have chosen me of your own volition, I consider myself your ideal. I'm not sure what that will look like in the future, but I won't let you down, Mama. I hope you can look after both me and Talus until we reach that ideal. Mama! Mama!
An ideal embodies a wish, and it's a blueprint for reaching some point we aim to achieve. An ideal is also a prayer that provides the fuel that will one day get us to where we want to be. However, an ideal is not always an extension of reality or something that exists within it. As the world expands, reality changes, and ideals are quick to follow. In other words, ideals and reality are closely connected. Where they end is yet to be seen. Hephaestus changes as he chases an ideal, whereas Talus chases an ever-changing reality. Holding on to a past Midnight Summer's dream of their mother, both men head to a place that cannot be reached alone.
Mama, one last request. Can you please remind me of the feeling of being inside your pussy?
Anyway. New levels have been added. This hurts me great. This is great. This is great? What is that reaction? Thanks for your suffering. I'm glad you enjoy it. What are you all talking about? Hey, Ara, guess what I was reading while you were doing Shennong's? Were you reading the other option with if you pick what's called Hephaestus or Talus directly instead? God. Anyways, thankfully, you're right. It's finally over. we finally killed Hephaestus by absorbing him back into our pussy. Alright, that was an experience. Yeah, that was Virtual Summer's Memories, Dancing Dragon Palace. Yamasachiko and Otohime's story were nice, at least. Sorry, but those special quests kind of just trumped these past 3 days of reading the story. God, what pain was that from that one special quest? Jesus Christ. I'll be serious. Let's talk about the story for real this time. Yeah, I've re-edited it constantly over and over again, but not only was it terrible that Hombre, Tigre, and Shennong's backstories of Chapter 10 were reiterated in their chapters, they're also reiterated outside of their chapters as well, whenever they open their mouths. So it's like, oh god, why are you repeating yourself? Is there no depth to that? Is there no development? And for Hephaestus, I mean, it's about as bad as I expected it to go, with him constantly talking about how, you know, Talus is like his ideal, and then he's angry at Talus, and he's trying to suck on Mama's titties, and that was literally the entire story, as he causes the problem of the story yet again. Just like in the main quest, he abducted us, and in Fashionista, he was like insulting Arachne, and now in this time, he actually just caused the problems of the entire event because of the unauthorized, what's called, memory retrieval. And now it's, oh god. All these characters suck. The only thing that sort of was vaguely intriguing, but not really, was Algernon's, and only because he wasn't just repeating everything out of his ass, more so hinting at what he actually does in the story. But I don't know, even then we didn't learn anything about him at all whatsoever. Yeah, the story was essentially could have just been condensed to chapter 5, and that was it. And that would have been a solid story right there, and everything else was just optional chapter 10 recap that we had to experience. But yeah, Otohime's story and Yamasachiko's story was pretty well done. I will give it credit where credit is due. The idea of being a retrieved memory of something that was forgotten, I mean, in a sense, that would make Yamasachiko a shadow, right? In the sense that it's just something that you want to cut off. from the past. That's essentially what Durga was to Parvati. So I think that's interesting that they made an entire character based off of that again, although he didn't end up being infernal type. But then again, it wasn't expected to be like an entire personality. Well, then again, Durga was the extracted personality, so there's an interesting connection there. Still, somewhere out there, the real Yamashiko's wandering around Takamagahara without knowing what just happened in the events of this. So I wonder if we'll ever get to see that referenced in Summer Pool Twilight when Yamashiko bizarrely has his own variants in that event. It's like, why Yamashiko? But for all the shit I gave Yamashiko's kit and looking boring as fuck, his character writing was quite decent here. It was pretty good. He had some depth about his brother and wanting to do something for him and trying to, outcompete him, but at the same time, apparently had a severe depressive streak that eventually opened Otohime's heart. And in the end, he learned that, it wasn't the message of trying to find the hook, but rather the face of his brother that he needed to read more carefully, which is quite touching, I'd say. Sometimes it's not the words that people say, it's rather, the meaning behind them, and you just need to read between the lines. In this case, it was just trying to send Yamashiko far away and to stop challenging him when it comes to his belongings. And that's for Otohime. It was decently done in very end. I feel like they put off her story a bit too far in the very end because she was a non-character chapter 4 and before that as well. But in chapter 5, it was decently explained that essentially she was the Dragon Palace and she wasn't an AI before, but it was from Utopia, and that evolved over time and she gained personality. And I think that's pretty fascinating based on how she's an amalgam of all these sunken memories from Takamagahara and supposed other worlds connected to it. And that formed the personality. And the connection between Otohime and Yamashiko was quite somberly done in terms of them being the only heterosexual company in all of Housamo, which is quite wonderful. I'm not wonderful because of that, but rather it was done wonderfully. I'm gonna go read it before I continue on. Shennong, the overprotective parent, more like the what's called over-lecturing adults that tells you about, back in my day, people decide to kill themselves and all that, and I don't like that. How about you, don't flirt with a teacher, but then I'm gonna kiss you when you're not looking. I like how they mentioned it so many times. Otohime was the only interesting one, even though she didn't have much screen time. Yeah, chapter 5 onward, or chapter 5, just chapter 5 was the only one worth reading, really. I mean, chapter 1 had the setup too, I guess. You learn he loved to clean. Yeah, Algernon's, I don't know, it's a non-personality, but somehow that barely existing commentary of how he likes to clean was more interesting than hearing Hombre, Tigre or Shennong open about their story again. And everything was better than Hephaestus opening their mouth about anything whatsoever. You're winning. You better stay away from your women. Yeah. You can flirt with them, so bye if you're still Mamsi. The lore. Alright, you remind me of an evil mastermind, Ranley. Good. That's the goal I'm going for here. The evil mastermind that you want to fuck. Anyway. Yeah, that's it for Virtual Summer Memories. I will now proceed to go and forget about what Special Quest suggested, because it was nice to actually remember the very boring ass story of Virtual Summer Memories, as long as it's directly after that traumatizing Special Quest. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it was still pretty bad. Anywho, thanks for joining me, everyone. The event will last for a couple more weeks. Unfortunately, it's gonna be quite a while. As for the stream for the discussion, just wait for the evolutions release for then. And until then, yeah, enjoy the fast forward gameplay of horrible grinding with Hephaestus on support. Or be smart and pick Shennong inside. Well, take care, everyone, and have a good one.